Hi, Paul Bellew, Galway GA chairperson here to tell you about our new fundraiser, Win a Home Galway. For just €100, you could win a brand new sea view apartment in Salt Hill, Galway. Buy a ticket for this life-changing prize and you could be living minutes away from the famous Salt Hill prom while also having Galway City and Connemara on your doorstep. Just think, you could be living mortgage-free here in one of the most famous cities in the world, overlooking Galway Bay. To enter, simply log on to winahomegalway.com and buy your ticket. Thanks for the support and the very best of luck.
Good afternoon or good evening and welcome back to Kenny Park and Athenry for the second of our senior championship games here, and it is the clash of Castlegar and Sarsfields. It's Group 4 of the senior championship. It's round 2 and both of these teams had contrasting fortunes in round 1. The men of Castlegar, they were defeated by Ardrahan in their opening round, while last weekend Sarsfields, they defeated Crowell, so they have 2 points on the board. And of course, after today's opening game here, Ardrahan now have 3 points on the board, while their opponents Crowell have 1 point on the board. So it's all to play for in this group, with 3 teams coming out. Of course, the team who wins the group and who finishes top of the group, they will qualify automatically for the quarter-finals. We'll go through the teams. We'll start with the Castlegar team, who are down here to my left. They're going through their pre-match warm-up. They start with number 1, Liam O'Reilly, in goal. There'll be a whole host of positional changes and so on and so forth in both teams. The full-back line, wearing number 3 is Mark Gill, number 2 is Martin Connolly, and number 6 is Sean Neary. That's the full-back line. The half-back line, wearing number 5 is Donald Barry, number 7 Cathal Ryan, and number 8 Dean Higgins. A midfield pairing of number 9 Simon Thomas and number 18 Desi Hines. The half-forward line is number 11, Ger Farrer, number 15, Killian O'Callaghan, and number 13, Oisin Connolly. And the full-forward line is Jack Coyne, who wears number 14, Greg Thomas, who wears number 17, and Darren Neary, who wears number 10. That's the way the Castlegar men will be lining out. The Sarsfields team will go through their team. They have the same team that defeated Crowell last time out. Kieran Dolan is the vastly experienced goalkeeper, wearing number 1. Full-back line is number 2, Darren Morrissey, 3, Kevin Hines, and 4, Oisin Kane. The half-back line will be number 12. This is going on last week's team. Number 12 will be John Cooney, number 6 Joseph Cooney, and number 7 Niall Quinn. Midfield pairing then from last week was Kenneth Cooney and number 20 Dara Donoghue. The half-forward line was number 18 Fox, Alex Kinnair, number 9, and Adam Donoghue, number 11. And the full-forward line was number 22 Paddy McCorry, number 14 Kevin Cooney, and number 21 John Cosgrove. That's the 15 that started for Sarsfields last time out. It's the 15 that will be starting today, and we'll just wonder will they be the same positions they'll be in, but we'll soon find out once the action gets underway. The referee for today's game is Shane Hines. He's refereeing the second game here, but Cyril, you're here for the opening game, obviously. Bit of controversy at the end. We were wondering whether it was a point or not for Crowell, but the upshot was it ended in a draw. So the 4 teams in this group are still well in it and all to play for.
Yeah, all to play for. It was a great first game, really, to be fair. From some great scores got from both teams. Tom Annan brought Crowell back. They had an extra man at the time, but it's like everything else, Niall. When Ardrahan went down to the 4 team, they took over for a while, got some fantastic scores from out the field. Tannian got some great scores, Kindy got some great scores, Earl Fahy centre back, got great scores as well. Like, good strong team, and then Crowell picked Tom on and picked some fantastic scores. They worked the ball up well, they used their extra man well, and I suppose in the end, it was a controversial decision. It was very hard to make out from here, but I suppose as a neutral, the draw is probably a fair result. I'm a bit like to get a draw at the 4 team in. Crowell are still in, they played very, very well and played good hurling after getting caught the first day. They have improved from the first day out. The first day can be a tricky day, but like all the matches I've seen, when a team might win, there's very little between the standards is high and there's very little between the teams.
Yeah, we're going to take the rendition of our On Naveen now prior to the start of the game as the rain comes down here in Kenny Park and Athenry. With that, we'll take our On Naveen. Yeah, there you have the rendition of our Naveen. The teams will get into position. There's a strong wind blowing down the field, and we've seen it had a bearing on all the games so far in the championship. Castlegar, they will have wind advantage in the first half, and of course, Cyril, I suppose it's the last game of the year in Kenny Park and Athenry for Galway hurling supporters and club supporters. It's disappointing in many ways, but I suppose the remedial work needs to be done, and the sooner they do it, the better. But I suppose for people going to matches, Kenny Park is the place where you want to be.
Yeah, it's a fantastic stadium, like, and look at it, looking out on it now, you'd say to yourself, what's wrong with it? It's hard to believe it's going to be closed for a lot of the championship matches, you know, so like it's going to be a big loss. It's a great amphitheatre really, like, and it's a beautiful place to see a mass from.
The game is on, and Castlegar come on the attack straight away. Desi Hines picks out Darren Neary. Darren Neary goes inside towards the full forward line. Simon Thomas gets the ball back from his brother Greg Thomas, and Simon Thomas goes for the opening score of the day, and it comes off the post, and would you believe it just goes wide. That was a scoring opportunity that Castlegar will be disappointed to miss, but the Thomas brothers combined there. Castlegar have the wind advantage in the first half as the goalkeeper Kieran Dolan takes the puck out. He goes long over to this side of the field where the ball is going to break. It's going to break in the middle of the field. And players on both sides battling for Darren Erie. Wears number 10, but he's playing very deep. They have withdrawn him and have 2 men inside in the full forward line, but it's John Cooney. Gets it back to his brother, Joseph Cooney. Joseph Cooney hits it in towards the full forward line, but it's going to be batted out by the Castlegar there, and eventually Cathal Ryan wins possession, or Dean Higgins gets it off, and Sean Neary delivers the ball long in towards or Greg Thomas. He puts up the big hand, he gets it back, and this is a scoring opportunity for Oisin Connolly, and it looks good from my vantage point. It is good, and Oisin Connolly puts it over the bar with a minute gone, and in fairness, Castlegar have been worth that score in the early stages. They worked that ball well out of defence. They were confident on the ball, sir. Good score by Oisin Connolly.
Thomas gave a great pass. He did the first one as well and went wide, but that one was a beautiful flick by Connolly. There's a nice breeze with him, but it didn't take that much effect in the first game, like, really.
Kieran Dolan takes the puck out, and it goes long, and it's going to be intercepted here by the Castlegar man again. Dean Higgins is a big man at wing back, number 8. He's soloing forward now for Castlegar. His side lead by a point. He launched the ball in towards the full forward line where Greg Thomas is out in front of Kevin Hines again. That's the third ball. Greg Thomas is one of the early stages of this game. He makes space on the 45-metre line. He goes for a score, and I can tell you that ball is going in towards the goals, but it's going to go wide. That's 2 wides for Castlegar, and even though we've only a minute and a half gone, Castlegar have had 3 shots at the goals here. They're probably a bit disappointed only to be 1 point to the good.
Yeah, and Thomas, like, already kind of is on top of, well, like, he's got the first 2 or 3 balls of Kevin Hines. Like, Kevin come into it, like, and Castle, like, they're kind of playing deep. They have a sweeper back, even with the breeze. I suppose they're mentally tuned up for that now, so they're not going to change.
Kieran Dolan will get ready to take the puck out. Shane Hines is just telling the players, I think, to come outside the 20-metre line before the start of the second half, or the first half, I should say, as this puck out is going to come. We have 2 minutes later. He takes the quick puck out towards Kevin Hines. Kevin Hines looks towards the middle of the field where he picks out Ian Fox, who played well the last day. He got 3 points. Launched that ball in towards the full forward line. It's going to break inside to Kevin Cooney. Kevin Cooney was on fire for Sarsfields. First day out. Sean Neary tries to pick it up, and he kicks the ball back to the goalkeeper. That's Liam O'Reilly. Liam O'Reilly gets the ball out to Donald Barry. Donald Barry has support players. One of those is Darren Neary. Darren Neary, another young man who will be under 20 next year from a Galway perspective. He's soloing forward. Darren Neary makes the space to go for a score, but Darren Neary puts that one wide as well. That's 3 wides for Castlegar inside the opening 2.5 minutes, and they'll be just a small bit disappointed while it's the early stages of the game. They could be building a slight lead now.
The coach, you could see what he was trying there, like Neary's hitting the ball into the breeze. He thought it like it's going, say, from kind of coming from right to left. He thought that the ball would swing over the bar, but it didn't take any effect at all, really.
Yeah, the rain is coming down here. It's coming in on top of us here, but I'd say we're okay, Cyril. That ball is pucked out towards Darren Morrissey. Darren Morrissey at cornerback. The Galway cornerback plays a cornerback for his club. Gets the ball further out the field, and Sarsfields come on the attack. Niall Quinn gets it off to Joseph Cooney. The ball breaks towards Oisin Kane. He'll try and pick it up, but it's Niall Quinn, the experienced wing back for Castlegar, who wins possession. And Castlegar for Sarsfields gets the possession. He gets it off to Joseph Cooney, and he scoops the ball forward again, but it's Dean Higgins, and Dean Higgins is there for Castlegar. He gets the ball out the field. It's blocked by Niall Quinn. Niall Quinn goes down with the ball now for Castlegar, or for Sarsfields. He comes inside his man. He sprays the ball across the field towards the man wearing number 22. That's Paddy McCorry, and he picks the ball superbly, the youngster, and he flicks the ball back the field again, and it's Oisin Kane who has it. Of course, Paddy's father would have been an accomplished footballer in his time with Cummins Micheál Brannock, as that ball goes across the field towards Ian Fox. Ian Fox is in possession now for Sarsfields. Ian Fox looks up the field, gets the ball in towards John Cosgrove, another youngster on the Sarsfields team. Comes inside his man Cosgrove. Cosgrove has him in the space to go for a score. He's gone through the heart of the defence. He's fouled there, surely. He is fouled. It's going to be a free in. And Sarsfields, in fairness to them, have brought a good bit of experience, obviously. They have an experienced half back line, Cyril, with John Cooney back there wearing number 12 now, Joseph Cooney and Niall Quinn. 3 big men back there in the half back line, while further up the field they've got youth in their 2 corner forwards in Paddy McCorry and John Cosgrove, 2 very young players, but the experience of Kevin Cooney beside them. So they have some serious players.
They have, like, and you see if Kevin Hyde's full back, like, and you have Keane Dolan goes. These lads are around for a good while, like, and young Adam Dunno's playing very good stuff as well. They have a nice blend of, say, they're one of the teams that have be kind of, if they won a cup, you wouldn't say that they're outsiders or anything like that. They're one of the teams that should be there or thereabouts. Slightly disappointed last year, but like, but after with Jimmy Cooney say passing away very suddenly, I'd expect a fierce battle from them this year when things settle down.
Yeah, they have pointed the free from Kevin Cooney, and it's a point apiece as Liam O'Reilly takes the puck out. He decides to go long over to this side of the field. Simon Thomas puts up the hand. It's breaking back to John Cooney, and John Cooney gets it off to Joseph Cooney. Joseph Cooney's hit that ball just over the head of Ian Fox that goes out over the line on this side of the field, just trying to get it right into the path of Fox, but it went over his head, and Ger Farrell will come over to take the sideline cut, one of the great exponents of the sideline cuts in the game. Ger Farrell down through many years. I think he's about 40 years of age at this stage, isn't he? Still in great shape and playing superb for Castlegar.
But like Niall, he's like wine. He's mature. Like, you know, he's more mature. This guy is a line ball taker, free taker. He's as good as you get in the country. Like, and you know, there's no point looking for short ones because he's capable of putting it over.
Here comes Ger Farrell with the sideline cut. It's gone in towards the goals, but it's gone, just didn't come in. It goes wide. That's a wide for Ger Farrell, the Castlegar man. That's 4 wides for Castlegar in the opening 5 minutes. The sides are level, a point apiece. Oisin Connolly had opened the scoring in the opening winner for Castlegar. Kevin Cooney responded with a free as Kieran Dolan takes the puck out. He goes short again towards Kevin Hines, and Kevin Hines gets the ball further out the field towards Niall Quinn, and Niall Quinn is going to work the ball up the field for Castlegar, but it's going to be intercepted here by Cathal Ryan wearing number 4. He gets the ball across the field, and Castlegar will come up the field with Dean Higgins. He looks towards the wing forward here, and it's Oisin Connolly who's at wing forward, plays the ball off to Ger Farrell, but it just goes over Ger Farrell, and it's picked up by Joseph Cooney. Cooney goes long in towards the brother is Kevin at full forward. He's out in front of his man. Kevin Cooney has played well for Sarsfields this year, played well for Galway as well. He takes on his man, he's fouled there surely. His referee says play on, and the ball is going to break through towards John Cosgrove. Is this a chance for Cosgrove to open his account in this year's game? And he puts it over the bar. I think John Cosgrove, he has put it over the bar. The sides are not in level anymore. That puts a good score by John Cosgrove. It's his first of the day, and it's 2 points to 1 now as the rain continues to come down here. 6 points, or 6 minutes gone. Good score by John Cosgrove, sir.
Yeah, very good score from Castlegar. I thought Kevin Cooney was going to get a free because he was kind of rugby tackle, but nothing happened.
Yeah, Sarsfields come on, or Castlegar come on the attack, but the ball goes out of the line off Desi Hines over on the far side of the field. Desi Hines, of course, who plays football for the St. James's Club, playing senior football as well as senior hurling. And it's going to be a line ball over on the far side of the field, and it's Ian Fox wearing a number 8 who'll go over and take the sideline.
So now after 6 minutes, or going on to 7 minutes, Sarsfields are point up with very little play really. It's been all Castlegar, but they've missed a lot of scores.
The sideline is going to be taken over on the far side of the field. It is taken by Ian Fox, but it's going to be intercepted, is there? And it's the Castlegar man trying to go down out there, and he's trying to come away with possession. The ball is going to break towards Simon Thomas in the middle of the field for Castlegar. There's players on both sides battling for possession. Will Shane Hines blow the whistle and throw it in here? But Sarsfields, I think, have possession, and they do have possession. It's Ian Fox over there. Ian Fox looks forward for Sarsfields, but it's going to be intercepted, and it's caught by the wing back for Castlegar. That's the man wearing number 7, and he gets the ball further out the field. That man, of course, was Cathal Ryan, and he gets the ball out towards Donald Barry. He got a majestic point in their opening round game against Ardrahan, and that's going to be a free out for just a little slap there by John Cooney on his opponent there. That's Donald Barry, a man, of course, who won a National League medal with Galway way back in 2010, and Ger Farrell comes out to take the free.
Had a very good game in the first. He's a hardy bit of stuff, like, you know, loves to go forward, has plenty of pace.
He sure has, Donald Barry, and a good servant he's been to Galway and to Castlegar down through the years. As Ger Farrell comes back to take the free, he's just getting the hurl wash there as well. Not an easy day now, or not an easy time for a free taker, sir, because the slippery conditions are making it difficult.
He's about 80 yards back, and the distance will be no problem. It's just to get accurate.
8 minutes gone. Ger Farrell takes the free. You mentioned the distance. It was no problem. You mentioned the accuracy. The accuracy was the problem, sir. It's just to be tailed off to the left-hand side of the post there. And 5 wides for Castlegar in the opening 8 minutes. And they're a point in arrears, 2 points to 1. Sarsfields have yet to hit a wide. They've had 2 scoring opportunities. They've taken the 2 of them. They take the quick puck out again. Castlegar are letting Sarsfields take these quick puck outs. And Kevin Hines goes along with that, but it's going to be intercepted by the Castlegar man down there. Dean Higgins tries to come away with it. He leaves the ball behind him, though. It's picked up by a Sarsfields man over the far side of the field. And Sarsfields, Paddy McCorry is in possession. He got 3 points last time out. Paddy McCorry off the left-hand side. Paddy McCorry over the bar. He puts it between the posts. 8.5 minutes played, and Paddy puts it over the bar. He's a young player, sir, making his debut the last day, and he's a lad with plenty of talent.
Yeah, good underage hurler for Galway. But there it is, like Sarsfields have 4 chances and have 3 points got her, with Cashel about 7 chances and have 1 point got. That's the big difference so far.
Yeah, you said it, sir. That is the massive difference between the teams so far. That Sarsfields have been taking their chances. Castlegar have not been taking theirs, and Sarsfields coming in with Alex Kinnear. Kinnear looks upfield and off his left-hand side. He gets the ball in towards John Cosgrove. The ball is going to break though into the path of the Castlegar man, and Martin Connolly is in possession for Castlegar. Martin Connolly gets the ball out the field towards Simon Thomas. Simon Thomas gets it further out the field towards Mark Gill. Gill gets it out towards Desi Hines. They're hand passing the ball forward, and Desi decides to go route 1 in towards the full forward line, where the ball is going to break in towards the path of Simon Thomas. Simon Thomas and his man, that's Kevin Hines battling for possession. The ball breaks into the path of John Cooney. John Cooney gets the ball out towards Niall Quinn. Quinn going forward now for Sarsfields, and he'll strike this off his left-hand side. Quinn does strike it off the left-hand side. He looks for Kevin Cooney. It should be intercepted there, but two Castlegar men went for the ball. One of them was Sean Neary, and Sean Neary is in possession. Playing at cornerback now is Sean Neary, a former All-Ireland minor winning captain with Galway. He's at a cornerback, and of course another former All-Ireland minor winning captain is at cornerback for Sarsfields, that being Darren Morrissey. The ball is going to be picked up by Gerry Farrer. Farrer now. Is he going to go for a score from the middle of the field? He is going to go for a score from the middle of the field, but it's a wasted effort again by Farrer as Kieran Dolan comes out from the goalkeeper position, and Kieran Dolan takes his time, and eventually he sprays the ball out towards Dara Donoghue on this side of the field. Dara Donoghue takes on his man. He comes inside Darren Neary. He looks up the field. His eyes were on the prize all the time as he looked to get the ball forward there, and the ball is half intercepted by Castlegar there. He's under pressure from John Cosgrove, and Castlegar come away with possession here, and the ball is worked out the field, but it goes over the head of Donald Murray, and it comes off the hurl of Dara Donoghue, goes out over the line. A let off there from a Castlegar perspective. The ball goes out of the line, and it's their line ball on this side of the field, but the conditions are not ideal now, Cyril, for teams in fairness.
It's getting very sleepy now. They're all playing short games and trying to play the perfect ball, and then when it goes wrong, it skids. Now, you can see what Castler are trying to do, and again, you see they're letting Sarsfields take a sharp work out, they're dropping back, walking it through, but everything has to go right. When it goes wrong, then
Yeah, Gerry Farrer took a quick sideline there to Donald Barry. He tried to give the ball back to him, and over Farrer's head under pressure from Ian Fox. Goes out of the line. A line ball to Sarsfields inside the field. 10.5 minutes played. The scoreboard reads Castlegar 1 point, Sarsfields 3 points as John Cooney takes the sideline. Looks for Cosgrove. He's already got a point, John Cosgrove. He's going to take on Sean Neary over there. The ball breaks though. It's going to be picked up by Ian Fox. Just comes off his hand, and as you said, sir, the slippery conditions are making it difficult for players. It came off his hand and went out over the line. The line ball is to Castlegar on this side of the field, and Sean Neary, wearing number 6, will take the sideline cut.
yeah, it's very greasy out there now. Like it, on the top, like the ground is in good condition, but like the wet on the top is making it greasy and slippy.
He takes the sideline, goes along with that ball, looking for Simon Thomas, but it's Alex Kinnear who wins it in the middle of the field. Alex Kinnear looks forward for Sarsfields, and he picks a beautiful pass in tight towards Kevin Cooney. His touch is good. He gets the ball into his hand. He hand passes it back to Paddy McCorry, and from the sideline, Paddy McCorry goes for score, but that's going to be the wide ball, and it's the first wide for Sarsfields in this game. Castlegar have struck 5. Sarsfields lead though by 3 points to 1. It's low scoring so far, but the conditions are a contributory factor in that, in the sense that it's difficult out there now, it must be said. The puck out is taken by Liam O'Reilly. He goes to this side of the field. He looks for Simon Thomas, or Greg Thomas I should say. The ball breaks though off Greg Thomas in towards the Jack Coyne there, and it's eventually picked up by Darren Morrissey. Darren Morrissey looks upfield, hand passes the ball out towards Ian Fox in the middle field. He hand passes it on to the onrushing John Cooney. John Cooney takes a couple of shoulders and hand passes the ball across the field to eventually pick out Adam Donoghue. His shot is half blocked down though by Desi Hines. His hurl goes flying. It's a dangerous ball in towards the goals. Will Castlegar repel this situation? They will repel it, and it's Martin Conley wearing number 2, but playing at full back. He hand passes the ball out to Mark Gill. Gill has got a support player. That support player is Sean Neary. Sean Neary looks upfield, decides to play the ball off the hurl, and decides to go along with that ball, looking for Greg Thomas here, and Kevin Hines is their battle for possession. Will the ball get through to Jack Coyne? It won't. It's picked up by Joseph Cooney. Cooney coming out from the centre half forward position. He's caught the ball twice. He can't catch it again. He's still soloing forward. He's looking for a support player, but he shows his strength there. He's still going for it. Takes the hit. That's a free surely. Referee gives him the advantage and a possible yellow card as well, and that's definitely going to be a yellow card, I'd say, for Jack Coyne. But a couple of hard hits there on 2 Sarsfields men, I'd say. Sir, we could possibly see a yellow card, at least one yellow card for a Castlegar player.
Yeah, definitely the first tackle, and Joseph Cooney is kind of head high, more or less on his jaw than anything. It's a sore one. Cashel were taking no prisoners there.
Yeah, Jack Coyne, in fact, is going to pick up the yellow card. Dara Donoghue is down injured, but there were 2 hard hits there. And it must be said, Donald Barry had a hard hit on Joseph Cooney as well. In fairness, he just goes in to acknowledge Joseph and hopes that Joseph will be okay. Dara Donoghue is okay. The upshot is a yellow card for Jack Coyne and a free-in for Kevin Cooney, a chance for Kevin possibly to extend his side's lead, but in the slippery conditions, in these difficult conditions, he's against the wind, he's nearly on the sideline. It's a wet, slippery ball. This is not a gimme free by any chance, Cyril.
No, like it's the ball is heavy and wet at this stage. You'd want to go, judging from the first match now, you'd want to go well left, like to drive it into the left to take it over there, because there's a strong breeze coming across into the box here, coming from the stand side into the terrace side. 3
points to 1 as he will get ready to take this. He's just some concern for Joseph Cooney at this juncture of the game. I'd say Joseph will probably be okay. He's a big, strong, powerful man.
But he got on right.
Yeah, it was a hard hit in fairness.
On the side of the jaw, I'd say it's sore. Yeah, the physio is getting the ice onto his jaw.
Yeah, they're just making sure that Joseph Cooney is okay. He's a big, strong man, but it was a hard hit, it must be said, on Joseph Cooney. We have reached the 14th minute of the game. 3 points to Sarsfields, 1 point to Castlegar. As I said, it's low scoring, but that's probably due to the conditions we have here. That's difficult conditions. Just the rain came down prior to the start of the game, and it's still coming down slightly here. Not as bad as it was, but still it's making the conditions extremely difficult. Joseph Cooney is up. He just got hit under the neck there as well. An awkward position to be hit, but it's a free in, and it's his brother Kevin who will take it. And this is a scoring opportunity from the 45-metre line for Kevin Cooney. He's already got 1 point so far, 14 minutes in. Here comes Kevin Cooney on the 45-metre line. A chance here to extend his sides lead. Kevin Cooney lifts, spins and strikes and makes no mistake, and he puts the ball between the posts, and that's a second score for Kevin Cooney, and that means with 14 and a half minutes played, that's the first score in 6 minutes, and it's come from a Kevin Cooney, and that means that it's 4 points to 1. Sarsfields have hit the last 4 scores, and they now lead by 4-1. Castlegar got the opening score of the game, but Castlegar had those poor wides at the early stages of the game. They had 5 wides in the opening 5 or 6 minutes as Niall Quinn wins possession, and Niall Quinn goes long in towards the full forward line again, where John Cosgrove and Sean Eary are battling possession. Is picked up by Sean Eary, just the push in the back there from Cosgrove, and that's going to be a free out. But I suppose the main difference so far has been the shooting efficiency of the two teams. Castlegar have missed their chances, while for Sarsfields they've been going between the posts.
Sarsfields have been very accurate, and as well, I suppose, Niall, when you have a good match coming on first, the second match often it gets very hard to lift, and especially with the rain now as well. Like, you know, it isn't flowing as well as the first match. It isn't as exciting so far, but Sarsfields are quite happy going in there against the breeze. About 15 minutes gone, and they're 4-1 up, as you say, taking most of the chances where Castlegar aren't.
Liam O'Reilly takes the free, and he goes along with that one. And it's a big high long ball down the field. Two Sarsfields men go up for it, and Kevin Hines tries to go down in position. He's under pressure there from Greg Thomas in there. Greg Thomas picks it up. He's a powerful man at the edge of the square. Greg Thomas sprays the ball across the field to the brother of Simon Thomas. He can't control it though, and the flick comes in from the Sarsfield player Ian Fox, and he gets it out towards the number 9. That's Alex Kinnear. He's soloing forward, gives it back to Fox, and Fox is having a fine career and a fine game here for Sarsfield, and he's been a serious player over the past number of years with them. John Cosgrove flicks the ball on, but it's going to be picked up by his immediate opponent. That is Sean Eary. Sean Eary plays the ball off the hurl. He's caught it twice, and eventually he goes back towards the far side of the field, and Castlegar will try to work this ball out of defence with Dean Higgins wearing number 8, but playing in the half back line. Dean Higgins decides to go route 1 in towards the full forward line, where Jack Coyne is trying to win possession. He's already picked up a yellow card. He's fouled there, and that's going to be a free in. I think it's the foul on Killian O'Callaghan, in fact, and that's going to be a free in, and a scoring opportunity here for Castlegar. They've gone 15 minutes without a score. It's one they need now here.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they should bring it back to 4-2. Jerry Farr going up to take it, like you know, kind of a lazy free. Kind of won't give it away, no need to give it away really, like, but it should give Castlegar a point, which they need, like, because it's gone on to the 16 minutes, 17 minutes, and they've only, 1 point?
Yeah, they've only 1 point on the board. A foul there on Killian O'Callaghan results in the free in. 16 minutes played here, and it's going to be a free in to Ger Farraher. It's one that Farraher would have put over in his sleep many a time for Castlegar, and it's one you would anticipate he'd put between the posts, such has been his efficiency with the place ball for many years for the Castlegar man, and he makes no mistake. It's 4 points to 2. Good score by Gerard Farraher. One they needed. There are still only 2 points between them. 4 points to 2. The game hasn't really livened up, so to speak, as of yet, but I suppose that could be due to the rain as well and the difficult conditions we had at the start of this game. Kieran Dolan, the goalkeeper of Sarsfields, goes out to this side of the field to John Cooney. Cooney comes inside his man, and Cooney launches it over towards the far side of the field. It's a battle for possession between his first cousin Kevin Cooney and the Castlegar man there, and it breaks into the path of Darren Eary. He tries to pick it up, but it's picked up by Ian Fox. Fox gets the ball off to Niall Quinn, comes inside his man, hand passes it back towards Kevin Cooney, or Kenneth Cooney I should say, and he's under pressure there from Desi Hines. They're battling for possession over on the far side of the field. There's no real pattern of play to the game as of yet. And the ball comes off the Sarsfields man over there, comes off Kenneth Cooney, I think, and goes out over the line. And it's a line ball over there. The line ball is to Castlegar.
Yeah, what the game really needs maybe is a goal or two if we could get it, like, because it is kind of gone dead now. It is slippy out there, but I suppose Sarsfields will be happy enough, like they're 4-2 up, playing against the breeze, like, and kind of more or less in control. Yet a game would give great life to this game. This is Ger Farrer. He'd probably go for a bit of distance on this line ball.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Castlegar attack there. Sarsfields have 2 extra men in defence, Kevin Hines and Joseph Cooney at the moment. As Farraher goes for distance, as I said, he launches in towards the goals, and Kevin Hines just lets it off back to his goalkeeper Kieran Dolan. They're just short on numbers in the attack there, and I say the way they're playing is they're just trying to limit, I suppose, the effectiveness of the scoring burst that could come from Sarsfields, and try to just stay in the game, and they are staying in the game at the moment, but they have had scoring chances at the start, but they have diminished somewhat as Sarsfields tried to come on the attack with Kenneth Cooney here. He's been blocked down, and it's a 4 points to 2 as Castlegar put the Sarsfields been under pressure. It's picked up by John Cooney at wing back. John Cooney flicks the ball off to Alex Kinnear. Kinnear has got Niall Quinn outside him, and he picks out Niall Quinn over on the far side of the field, and Quinn winds up to go for a score from the wing back position, and Niall Quinn high in towards the goals, and Niall Quinn puts the ball between the posts. A great strike by Niall Quinn, a good score by Niall Quinn, and he was very efficient there in making the space to go for the score. 5 points to 2.
Yeah, great ball by John Cooney to Kinnear, and now it's like these Kinnear and Fox, these are like, they're very good at laying off the ball. Kinnear is a fine prospect, I'd say, for a county midfield. Like, I thought he might be Aston last year. He's a good hurler, good on the ball, usually does the right thing with it.
Castlegar come on the attack. Have they responded with a score? They haven't responded with a score. Simon Thomas puts that one wide. He's been brought out now, I think, to the half-forward line at this stage for Castlegar. 6 wides for Castlegar. They'll be disappointed, as I said, with their scoring efficiency.
Showed a bit Castlegar playing. Even that ball's dropping short. There was no one in there. The last ball went in, there was the full-back goalie completely on their own.
Puck out is taken. It's won by Kenneth Cooney. He caught that one out of there. He's under pressure though. And eventually Oisin Connolly wins it for Castlegar. Oisin Connolly tries to get the ball forward. He tries to flick it off, but it's intercepted by John Cooney. John Cooney off to Kenneth Cooney. And Cooney and Connolly, two of the big names in Galway, hurling down through many years, sir, as that ball goes out over the line on this side of the field.
Yeah, like it's both
two serious families that have given a huge amount to the game in the county.
Yeah, and these lads will as well. Like, you know, there's a trouble lot of Coneys the whole time in Sarsfields, great hurlers.
Yeah, it's a sideline, and the sideline is on this side of the field, and it's Mark Gill back from injury for Castlegar, the man wearing number 4. Indeed, it's Cathal Ryan, I think, who's going to take the sideline, and it's Mark Gill who's going to take it, wearing number 4 now for Castlegar. Mark Gill goes along with that ball. It's won by the corner, or the centre half back, Joseph Cooney. Kicks it out towards Dara Donoghue. The ball breaks into the path of Kenneth Cooney. Kenneth Cooney getting through a good bout of work for Castlegar. Gets the ball into the man wearing number 22, Paddy McCorry, and his hurl just flew out of his hand there, sir. Yeah. That's the second time I think we've seen that happen so far in this game. Such was the conditions and the rain, and eventually Castlegar will work this out of defence, and they will work it out of defence with their corner, with their centre, with their wing back. That's Dean Higgins. Dean Higgins still soloing forward now for Castlegar. Dean Higgins has got a runner in support. That runner is Donald Barry. Barry is in possession of the man wearing number 5, comes inside his man, and he finds a pocket of space. Barry soloing forward. Barry high in towards the goals. It looks good from this vantage point. It is over the bar by Donald Barry. That could be the score that could reignite the Castlegar challenge. Good score, 20 minutes in, 5 points to 3.
Yeah, loves doing that. When he gets on the run, going up from wing back, like, he's very, very accurate on his right hand side. That's what he likes to do. Left hand on top, great score, and brings him right back into it, 5-3.
Yeah, Donald Barry is the man who puts it over the bar. It's the wing back. It's his first score of the day. And the ball goes over to the far side of the field, and it's going to be one. Is it by by Alex Kinnear there? He did well. Alex Kinnear gets the ball out to Paddy McCorry, playing very deep. McCorry in towards Kenneth Cooney. Kenneth Cooney spins and goes for the score from the wing forward position. Kenneth Cooney high, and Kenneth Cooney over the bar. Good response. Well worked by Sarsfields. The ball to hand was very, very good. They kept the ball in hand, and they worked it to Kenneth Cooney, and he put it over the bar. That's his first score of the day, 6-3.
Yeah, it's a very good score. Kind of answers Castlegar. Going to give them a 3-point lead again. Good puck out.
But puck out is won by Simon Thomas. He's half hooks down. It's going to be picked up by Niall Quinn. Niall Quinn looks forward towards Alex Kinnear in space. Kinnear is going to go for a score from the sideline. Kinnear in towards the goals, and this one goes wide. That's a wide number 2 now for Sarsfields. The first for Alex Kinnear. It's 6 points to 3. There's 3 between them. 21 minutes played here, as the goalkeeper Liam O'Reilly will take the puck out for Castlegar. He does take it. He goes along with that ball in towards Greg Thomas, and just a little clip there, I think, and Greg Thomas as the ball past him, and that results in a free in and a handy enough one for Ger Farrer.
Yeah, well, it's a handy enough one up here, I suppose, but he got a nice little clip there, like, you know, from, I think it's Kevin Hines.
I think, is the ref. Is Shane Hines? Indeed, is it Joseph Cooney? No, it's Kevin Hines, I think. In actual fact, is he going to book Kevin Hines? I think he could be getting a yellow card, is he?
Yeah, it should be simple for Farrer to give it back to 6-4. But Castlegar, as you were saying, I seem to be content to stay in the game, but like, they have very little up front. They're scoring an odd one from outside, like, but they're not attacking Sarsfields. Like, you'd imagine the second half, if they stay like this, like Sarsfields start picking scores from outside. Sarsfields have plenty of players at the back. They're not pushing up, but like, they have their 6 backs, and that gives them nearly 6 on 4 the way it is at the moment.
Yeah, it's a free in. It's a yellow card as well for Kevin Hines, by the way, and it's the free taker Ger Farrer who takes it in 22 minutes played. Ger Farrer scores his second free of the day, and that means it's 6 points to 4.
Low score in 22 minutes gone.
Yeah, it is low scoring as Kieran Dolan gets ready to take the puck out for Sarsfields. He's going to go to this side of the field, it seems. He does go to this side of the field. John Cooney makes the run up from the half forward, from the half back line, but taken superbly out of the air by Dean Higgins for Castlegar. And Dean Higgins is going to go for a score from way out the field. This will be a massive point if he can put it over the bar. He can't though, it just goes outside the post. But in fairness, Hurley took it completely well out of the air. A superb catch, it must be said. And a scoring opportunity goes a begging once again.
Yeah, Dean was kind of county class, kind of until he got injured. Right, he's a good player. Like, took it very clean.
Ball is pucked out. It's picked up by Adam Donoghue wearing number 11. Adam Donoghue did his half throw the ball forward there, and it's half intercepted by Greg Thomas, who's gone very deep, and eventually Castlegar come away with possession with Cathal Ryan. Gets the ball out the field, and it's going to be picked up by Desi Hines. Desi Hines looks towards the full forward line, whereas Killian O'Callaghan has just 2 players on them. One of them is Kevin Hines, the other is Darren Morris. He needs a bit of support up there. Was he fouled there, Kevin Hines? He looked to be the referee gave an advantage though, and the ball goes long in towards Kevin Cooney at full forward. Brilliantly taken out of the air by Kevin Cooney. The Sarsfields full forward. He tries to take on his man Sean Neary, just got the touch in there, but Kevin Cooney was swung around there, and it's going to be a free in. And I suppose when you have a man of Kevin Cooney's stature at full forward, the leap he has into the air, certainly comes down with the ball with that right hand quite often, and it just shows how good he is.
Yeah, he's good in the air, great right hand, but as you say, like, his leap off the ground, that time he had no reason to get it, but yet he did, like, and he was fouled. this should be a tap over free.
Yeah, it should be a tap over free. We have 24 minutes played here. Kevin Cooney has put it wide, would you believe it? He's put it outside the post, and that's a poor wide from Kevin Cooney.
Wrong side.
Yeah, it should have been one you would anticipate he'd put over the bar, but it just shows, I suppose, the conditions that are there. That one just goes outside the post, and that's a wide ball for Kevin Cooney.
That's a let off for Castlegar, so you can just cash in on it.
6 points to 4. The ball goes long down the field. It breaks into the path of Ger Farrer. Farrer's made the space to go for the point for Castlegar. Farrer high, and Farrer over the bar. He puts it over the bar. His first score from play, and from the missed free from Kevin Cooney, the ball breaks down the field, and it goes over the bar, and Ger Farrer is the man, and that's the last 2 points of the game have come from Ger Farrer, one from a free and one from play, and all of a sudden it's 6-5.
Yeah, Niall, he won't miss him once he gets onto his kind of a break that he's scored every time.
John Cooney takes the sideline, or the puck out I should say, drives it long, but Castlegar have numbers back there, and eventually Cathal Ryan clears it up towards Killian Callahan. So Callahan and Darren Morrissey battling for possession. The ball goes over both their heads. It's picked up by Morrissey off to Joseph Cooney. He picks out Alex Kinnear in the middle of the field. Kinnear is in possession now. Niall Quinn has made the run all the way from the wing back position. Has he picked out Niall Quinn over in the far side of the field? He has picked out Niall Quinn, but he's under pressure there from another experienced player. That's Ger Farrer. The ball breaks in the middle of the field, and Castlegar pick it up, and Dean Higgins has seen serious amount of ball for Castlegar in this game. He's soloing forward, and eventually Castlegar come on the attack, but comes off Mark Gill on the far side of the field, goes out over the line, and it's a line ball and 25 minutes played here. A point between them. 6 points for Sarsfields, 5 points for Castlegar. A win for Sarsfields will see them on 4 points and see them qualify for the knockout stages of the championship. Castlegar have lost their opening round game to Ardrahan. They'll be hoping to get some points on the board, but irrespective of what happens, the two teams will be still in the championship after today. Such are the vagaries of this group at the moment. Here comes the number 11, that's Adam Donoghue with the sideline in towards John Cosgrove. The ball breaks though into the path of John Cooney. Cooney is rather fortuitous to be in the right position there, but he did well. Cooney hits with a good hard shoulder, gets the ball off to John Cosgrove. This is bearing down a goal. He's fouled there surely as he scoops the ball high, and he scoops it over the bar. Referee was playing the advantage. Good score by John Cosgrove. It broke into the path of John Cooney, and he put it over the bar as the quick puck out is taken, but I don't think this is going to be allowed as Oisin Connolly is in possession. The referee is not even looking at the ball because he's just marking down the score there, and that's going to be another puck out again. Good score by John Cosgrove.
Yeah, Joe, what kind of the Sarsfields are doing. John Cooney's playing in front of us here, wing back. He made a run up the pitch that time. Zeus maybe looking up to get on the breaking ball, but got it, and then the walk quick can passes. Very, very dangerous, and they'll be trying that in the second half, you'll find.
Yeah, himself and Niall Quinn have both made those lung-busting runs up the field from the wing back position to create the extra players in attack. It's a 7 points to 5, 26 minutes gone. As the goalkeeper, Liam O'Reilly, the goalkeeper, of course, for the NUIG or the University of Galway in their Fitzgibbon campaigns over the past number of years. He takes the puck out. He gets it back again. He's going to drive this ball long, and he decides to go route one with that one, but it's going to drop on the half-hour line. Joseph Cooney will play under it for Sarsfields. He tries to take the ball down. It breaks into the path of Ger Farrer, but eventually Kenneth Cooney picks it up. Kenneth has got a point so far in the game, and Kenneth is fouled there, and that's going to be a free out, and the free out is to Sarsfields, and Darren Morrissey is interested in taking this one. We have reached almost the 27th minute of play. There's 2 points between them. Sarsfields lead by 7 points to 5 as Darren Morrissey is getting ready to take the free here. 2 between them as he gets ready to take this. The rain has abated somewhat here, and Darren Morrissey takes this free. He goes to this side of the field looking for Cosgrove. He's got 2 points, but well taken out of the air, and eventually Castlegar come on the attack, and it's out to Oisin Connolly, and Oisin Connolly delivers it long. The man who picked that ball out of the air was Martin Connolly, the number 2, and the ball breaks into the path of Killian Callahan off to the onrushing Darren Eary. Darren Eary high in towards the goals, and Darren Eary over the bar. Good score. It all started when Connolly caught the free and worked up the field. Good score by Darren Eary.
Yeah, beautiful little flick, and a lovely little flick over the bars. It just works his waist. You think it wasn't going to reach there, but it did.
28 minutes almost played as Darren Neary gets his first score of the game. The ball is over on the far side of the field. It's gone out over the line, and it's a line ball over there, and the line ball I think is to Castlegar. Is he going to throw it in? It's Castlegar line ball. 7 points to 6. They'll be happy to win that, as it's a line ball, and it's Ger Farrer. Is he going over to take it? I think he is. He's going Mark Gill, I'd say, is going to leave it to him.
Usually now when he goes over, it's the same as a free. He'll get it, like usually gets great distance into it. Now he's a mile away. You can't see him scoring, but like, you know, this guy, it's like it's a free shot to him, really. He's good as, you know, 60 or 70 yards usually.
Here he comes with this sideline. He's going to go along with this one. I'd say it's Simon Thomas, or Greg Thomas I should say, is in at the edge of the square if they can find him. He looks for Greg Thomas, who makes that run out the field. The ball goes over his head though, and it's a race for possession between Thomas and Joseph Cooney here. Will the ball get there first? Joseph Cooney he tries to hand pass the ball off, and he's half blocked down there, and the ball is going to be picked up by Kevin Hines, and Kevin Hines was alert there for Sarsfields. Gets it out to Joseph Cooney. Cooney looks out the field to Niall Quinn in space, and Niall Quinn is soloing forward now for Sarsfields. Niall Quinn looks up the field. He's got a support player. That support player is Ian Fox, who skips away from Gerry Farrer. Ian Fox goes for a score from the sideline. but it should be the goalkeeper's ball. It is the goalkeeper's ball, and Liam O'Reilly wins it. And eventually he gets it out towards Dean Higgins. Dean Higgins now soloing forward from that cornerback position at the moment. He finds himself out in the half-back line. He decides to look upfield. He looks for Killian O'Callaghan, but up goes Darren Morrissey, the county cornerback, with the ball, and Darren Morrissey comes away with it. Darren Morrissey gets the ball out towards Kevin Cooney, who's come very, very deep. He's fouled there. Kevin Cooney soloing forward, but he's playing on an advantage here. But in fairness to Killian O'Callaghan, the ball was just a bit too high for him.
Yeah,
Darren Morrissey scooped it out of the air. Kevin Cooney fouled. Another scoring opportunity for Sarsfields.
Yeah, Kevin has come out around centre forward at the moment, now playing everywhere, like a lovely ball there. Darren Morrissey caught a great ball, gave a beautiful pass to Cooney. As you said, now Cooney was fouled. But they have the few extra players around, they're very accomplished. Dean Higgins is having, at the moment, he's having a powerful game for Castlegar, picking up a great ball himself in the area and making use of it.
29 minutes played here. Here comes this free by Kevin Cooney. Has he got the distance? It looks to be just about gone over the bar. It has gone over the bar by Kevin Cooney, and that stretches his side out to a 2-point lead again. And that's going to be a point for Kevin Cooney. That's point number 3 from the place ball. And that means that his side now lead by 8 points to 6. Joseph Cooney, the brother, will intercept this one. He leaves it behind him though, and it's picked up by Killian O'Callaghan. Jared Farrer's running through the heart of the defence. Farrer's in possession. Is this a goal scoring opportunity? It's not. He's put it over the bar. Maybe in days of yore, Cyril, he'd have taken off and ran through, but he decided to put that one between the posts.
Yeah, he decided discretion was the right decision. His legs might be gone now, but his head isn't. He tapped a beautiful score over the bar.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've said his head was in there. He knows what to do. It was no coincidence that he was in that position. Sure, it wasn't when the ball broke through.
Yeah, he's still a great hurler, like, you know. But like other years, if he was younger, he'd be gone running and stick it. He still was happy. He took his score.
He's got 4 points, 2 frees and 2 from play. And it's a point between them. 30 minutes have been played. We're into the additional time here. Sarsfields have 8 points on the board. Castlegar have 7 points on the board as Niall Quinn will take the sideline over on the far side of the field. As you said, Cyril, it's been low scoring in comparison to maybe the other game, but it's been nothing other than intriguing so far as the ball is picked up by Ian Fox on the sideline. He picked it cleverly. This will be a great score if it goes over the bar from Ian Fox. That's a beautiful score. Yeah, he ran onto it at pace, Cyril, and picked it up and puts it between the posts. Good score.
Yeah, he did that pace as well on the left side himself, and Conair very, very accurate to get it on the run.
9-7. That's Ian Fox's first score of the day. And it's a point for his side. They lead by 9 points to 7 now. As that ball goes long down the field, it's going to be intercepted and picked up by Greg Thomas. He's got the runner inside. This goal scoring opportunity. Killian O'Callaghan gets there. It should be a goal. It's in the back of the net. It's a goal for the men of Castlegar. And Sarsfields were opened up in the move previous to that as well, Cyril. And the ball ends up on the back of the net. Greg Thomas off to Killian O'Callaghan into the back of the net. 31 minutes played. Cash lead by a point.
High ball. You'd imagine the Sarsfield backs were under control, but made a mistake. It flipped round, and the next thing's gone to the inside. It's a break for Castlegar just before half-time, one they needed.
Yeah, Greg Thomas onto the scorer Killian O'Callaghan, and he did well. He puts it in the back of the net for a tonic goal for the men of Castlegar, and all of a sudden they lead as we come up to half-time. 1-7 to 9 points as Kieran Dolan takes the puck out. He goes this side of the field. Up goes Oisín Conley, but brilliantly taken out there by Paddy McCorry. He gets the ball off to John Cooney. Cooney now soloing forward. He gets a shoulder there. He's on an advantage here. He's fouled. The referee says play on for the moment, but he's going to call it back for the free, and a scoring opportunity here for Kevin Cooney just before half-time, possibly to level the ball game again. But a tonic goal for Sarsfields, or for Castlegar. But as I said, on the point previous to that, Jared Farrer scored, they had broken through that Sarsfields defence as well, and this time they made it count.
Nearly the same move again. I suppose the younger feet that time kind of worked. It was a ball you'd imagine Sarsfields were going to clear, because they had doubled it, when they maybe not fully doubled it, they had 2 extra back there and seemed to have it covered.
Kevin Cooney takes the free and he puts it wide, and that's a let-off for Castlegar, who lead by a point. 32 minutes have been played here. It's Castlegar 1-7, Sarsfields 9 points. We're into the dying embers now of the first half as the goalkeeper Liam O'Reilly takes the puck out. He goes over to the far side of the field looking for Greg Thomas. He takes it out of the air. The big powerful man wearing number 17 gets the ball off to Oisín Conley. He got the first score of the half. Is he going to possibly get the last score of the half? He's not, because that one is going to go wide, and that's 8 wides now for Castlegar, 4 to Sarsfields. But Cash lead by a point. 1-7 for Castlegar, 9 points for Sarsfields. 32 minutes played here. Kieran Dolan will take the puck out for Sarsfields. He's going to take his time. The wind has died somewhat with the rain we've had, Cyril, as well, which is probably not a major factor in the game anymore, as this puck out is taken short and it goes out to Darren Morrissey in space. Darren Morrissey is in possession. He plays it into Joseph Cooney. Joseph Cooney decides to go route 1 in towards the full forward line. There's 4 Castlegar men there. There's 2 men from Sarsfields, and it's a Sarsfields man, Kevin Cooney, who has it. Kevin Cooney goes past his man. He goes past Darren Erie. He's bearing down on goal. Kevin Cooney still going forward. He's on an advantage and he's taken out of the game completely, and that ball goes wide, but it's going to be a free in, and it's going to be level ball game, you would think, going in at half time. And the Castlegar man there, is there a possible yellow card maybe for Castlegar man? The referee has decided there's not, and there's going to be a scoring opportunity though for Kevin Cooney, and it should be the equaliser.
Yeah, it's Castlegar man down here as well to our right as well. Hard to see here who it is, but his helmet off, well
Sean
stretched.
Neary, I think, is the man that's down.
Yeah, well, this should be the equaliser, and if it is like it'll be, the time is up. I'd say extra time as well, injury time. So if it is the equaliser, it should be. Sarsfields quite happy going level. Like, we'll just show it can happen in hurling, like a tonic goal. Like, Joe Cooney still got a good hard bang in that jaw. Like, I'd say he's kind of half hurt the whole time. It isn't the usual place where you get a belt.
Yeah, Kevin stands over the free though, and Kevin has been the out ball, I suppose, in many ways. Prior to that ball going long, I saw Joseph pointing it to Darren Morrissey initially to go along with it into Kevin, who had probably made the space, and he has worked this free. There's a blood sub for Castlegar as well. Sean Neary is just picking up the blood injury there, but the additional time, I'd say, has been played, so I'd say there wouldn't be too much more time after Kevin Cooney takes this free, you would think, because we're on 34 minutes. There wasn't too much additional time. There's a small bit of an injury, of course, to Joseph Cooney, as we know, but Sarsfields, or Castlegar, I should say, are bringing in the blood sub, and the blood sub for Castlegar is going to be Kevin Grennan. He played in the opening round game, but he's decided he's not needed at the moment, as Kevin Cooney puts the ball over the bar, and that means the sides are level. And with that, the referee Shane Hines has blown for half time. Castlegar won 7, Sarsfields 10 points. I suppose both teams will be happy enough going in at half time. Sarsfields are the last day out. Castlegar didn't have their greatest game against Ardrahan. Today they'll be happy enough to be going in level at half time. Sarsfields will know themselves that there'll be more work needed, so I suppose it's been nervy from both sides. There hasn't been a lot between them. Sides level at half time, though, 1-7 to 10.
You could see now the way Castlegar set up that they were trying to stay in the game. They were making sure that they weren't going to fall too much behind, because they had the kind of double sweepers behind. They were a short man or two up front, and they were trying to score from outside. They got a lucky break for that goal. Now took it very well, and I suppose if Farrell and other days would have gone from another one near them, but he got his score. Sarsfields are picking some very good scores from outside. With the rain has taken down the breeze a good bit, I'd say. It won't be as strong as for Sarsfields as it was for Castlegar. You'd imagine at the same time that Sarsfields would push on the second half. A hard old game to hurl though, because the grass, the top of the grass is wet. They're slipping and sliding, and the other game was so lively and so much kind of tension in between Crowell and Ardrahan. Two very kind of like a derby between local sides. This hasn't got the same zip in it yet, but yet it's a very vital match, especially for Castlegar, because they've been beaten the first game. At the moment, they'll be happy enough going into half-time, but it's anyone's game, which you'd imagine that Sarsfields are more or less in the driving seat.
Yeah, it's half-time here. It's Castlegar 1-7. Sarsfields 10 points. It's all to play for. Come back to us in a few minutes, and we're ready to go to the second half here of the game here from Kenny Park and Athenry, but it's delicately poised at half-time with the sides level, 1-7 to 10 points.
Hi, Paul Bellew, Galway GA chairperson here to tell you about our new fundraiser, Win a Home Galway. For just €100, you could win a brand new sea view apartment in Salt Hill, Galway. Buy a ticket for this life-changing prize and you could be living minutes away from the famous Salt Hill Prom, while also having Galway City and Connemara on your doorstep. Just think, you could be living mortgage-free here in one of the most famous cities in the world, overlooking Galway Bay. To enter, simply log on to winahomegalway.com and buy your ticket. Thanks for the support and the very best of luck.
He puts up the big hand, gets it back, and this is a scoring opportunity for Oisin Conley, and it looks good from my vantage point. It is good, and Oisin Conley.
Hope we wouldn't say that they're outsiders or anything like that. They would be, it should be there or thereabouts. Slightly disappointed last year.
The referee says play on, and the ball is going to break through towards John Cosgrove. Is this a chance for Cosgrove to open his account in this year's game? And he puts it over the bar, I think, John Cosgrove. that means the sides are level. And with that, the referee... Back here to Kenny Park and at the night where we're almost ready to go with the second half of the Castlegar and Sarsfields game. It's the Castlegar men who are out on the pitch first, and Sarsfields yet to come out, but little between them, I suppose, Cyril. That goal prior to half-time from Cillian O'Callaghan, a tonic score for Castlegar.
Yeah, but yet, like, tonic score, get a 2-point lead at the time, but yet, like, Sarsfields hit backwards, like, and like we were just talking there night at half-time, Castlegar kind of set up to stay in the game. They're playing very, very defensive, whereas I expect Sarsfields try to push on and win it now. They have the slight, whatever breeze in it, they have it. Now, it was strong enough in the first game, but since the rain came, it has settled down, or, you know, it isn't as strong as it was. I suppose that since the way Castle have settled into it in the night, they'll be happy to be in the game because it seems that way they're structured to do it. They're trying to work the ball out of the fence and kind of make them good moves, but you'd have to feel in the first half that the scores that Sarsfields are getting from outside, they were getting them easier, and you would expect that Sarsfields would be expecting that they would shove on in the second half.
Yeah, the Sarsfields team are out on the field as well. The referee Shane Hines is also out on the field, and it's 1 goal and 7 points to 10 points. Just wondering, is there any subs on either team at the start of the second half? But I can tell you that the sides are level, 1-7 to 10 points, as this ball is going to be thrown in any minute now from the men, the Rachor, the Rachor being Shane Hines, of course. And of course, the big game for both teams. Sarsfields looking to go to 4 points and to ensure their qualification for the knockout stage. This is Castlegar looking to get a win that would propel them back into this championship race after the defeat first time around. And it's Castlegar who picked the ball up, and Cillian O'Callaghan, I think, is going the wrong way. He goes back to Sean Neary, and eventually Sean Neary goes up the field, and Sarsfields do come on the attack, and the ball is going to be won by Greg Thomas. Flicked the ball away from us there by the Sarsfields man. That's Kevin Cooney. I can tell you that Niall Morrissey is in for Sarsfields. I don't know who's gone off as of yet, but Niall Morrissey is in for Sarsfields. Kevin Hines wins the ball, gets it off to Kevin Cooney. Kevin Cooney looks upfield, but it's a Castlegar man that's there. It's Mark Gill that's there, and Mark Gill comes away with possession, and Mark Gill comes out the field. Mark Gill gets the ball out to Cillian O'Callaghan, the goal scorer. He looks upfield as Jack Coyne is in at full forward now. Will that ball reach Jack Coyne? It won't, because Darren Morrissey's out in front of him, and Darren Morrissey, in fairness to him, at cornerback is having a fair game, showing his inter-county experience. And I suppose from a Sarsfields viewpoint, having a county player at cornerback is a big thing at this level.
It shows you how strong and how kind of steady they are, like, and balanced, that they can afford to have him there. Here's a poor ball ahead now, dropped straight to the Castlegar extra man. Looks up the pitch. Yeah,
Cathal Ryan looks up the field, but he just launches it into the goals, and there's no one at all in there. And it's picked up by Kieran Dolan. And something we were commenting that Castlegar don't really have numbers in the full forward line.
No one there. They could have dropped 30 yards out, and there's still no one in there.
Alex Kinnear's from the sideline. He's blocked down though, and the ball is going to break into the path of Dean Higgins, and Dean Higgins has played well for Castlegar. Gets the ball back the field, and they lose possession though, and Cathal Ryan loses possession. He's under serious pressure there, and eventually he goes back and he picks up the ball, the man wearing number 7 for Castlegar, and he loses it though. It's picked up by Kevin Cooney. Kevin Cooney's in possession now. He loses it as well, and such are the slippy conditions. He tries to hand pass the ball back, and that's won by Castlegar, and Castlegar come out of defence. They storm out with it, out towards Higgins. He flicks the ball further forward, out towards Martin Connolly, and a pull there by Martin Connolly, and I think it was John Cooney. Both plenty of endeavour, but Connolly has hit the ground. But in fairness, there was nothing untoward in it. No. Both players going 100% for the ball, and they just let fly on the slither. Unfortunately, Martin Connolly has come off second best.
Yeah, usually you don't even see that now. Very little ground play, but like. You know, I think it is a kind that's down. I'm not too sure who it is.
I think it might be Martin Connolly, the full-back.
Yeah. But like, there was nothing really wrong. Both of them let fly the ball on the ground. But again, you can see like the last ball that came in here to Keane, to Dolan in goals, no one near him. And like, even if it dropped 30 yards out, there was still no one near him. But it's the way they're set up, I suppose, and they're probably happy enough that they're still in the game. Yeah. I don't know, is the ref going to give a throw in, or is he giving a free?
I think it must be an indirect free, because Sarsfields obviously had the ball when the game was stopped.
Lovely
he plays the ball across the field towards John Cosgrove. Cosgrove tries to win possession for his side, and Cosgrove does win possession. It's very near the sideline though. The Castlegar crowd are appealing that it went out of the line. Niall Morrissey's in possession though now for Sarsfields, wearing number 15. He came on at half time. He's going to go for a score from the sideline. Niall Morrissey high in towards the goals, but it goes outside the post, and it's the first wide of the second half.
Very tight, but it didn't make it.
Yeah, it didn't make it, and that just means it's a wide ball, and the wide ball is to the men of Sarsfields. I think Adam Donoghue might be the man that has gone off, but Niall Morrissey is an experienced campaigner for Sarsfields, sir.
Yeah, he won't let Sarsfields down. Again, he's steady, like, you know, knows what he's at.
Castlegar tried to work the ball out of defence with Dean Higgins, gets it off to Sean Neary. Sean Neary looks upfield, and there's one man in the edge of the square. That man is Greg Thomas. He'll put up the hand, and Greg Thomas has the ball. He's got a runner inside him. This is Oisin Connolly. Oisin Connolly tries to pull on the ball. He does pull it, but he pulls on it wide, and it goes out for a 65. But good defensive play there by the men of Sarsfields. But you can see the threat of the big man in at the edge of the square, Cyril. Greg Thomas won it. He was just waiting for a runner to come.
Fair to Thomas, he caught a great ball. He was there on his own against two backs, Kevin Hines and Joe Cooney. Caught it brilliantly and gave a great hand pass. Connolly kind of hesitated. I thought he might reverse the pass across to the square, but didn't, and the chance was gone. But Farrell will take the 65, and knowing this guy, even against the breeze, your money is still going on to score.
Yeah, it's a scoring opportunity, no doubt, for Gerard Farrer from the 65-metre free for the men of Castlegar. He got 4 points in the first half, 2 frees and 2 from play, and it's a possible chance here for him to score his 5th score of the day. The sides are level. Castlegar won 7, Sarsfields 10 points. We're 4 minutes into the second half as Gerard Farrer just launched that ball in towards the goals, and Gerard Farrer, as he's done for so many years, makes no mistake, and he puts it over the bar, and Castlegar are in front, sir. 1-8 for Castlegar, Sarsfields 10 points.
Yeah, and if they're to win, like, they have to take all their chances now. That was a great catch by Thomas, like, and a lovely flick.
1-8 now for Cashel, 10 points for Sarsfields. The ball is won by Castlegar again, but Sarsfields have numbers there. One of those is John Cooney. He picks it at the second attempt. He's got a runner in support. That's his brother Joseph, but he's under pressure there from Castlegar. And in fairness to Cashel, they're battling hard out there. Their championship survival is on the line here, possibly, as Joseph Cooney wins possession, and Joseph Cooney goes long with that one, but he goes for a score, but it's going to be in towards the goals. Was his brother Kevin fouled? Possibly he was fouled, but I think Joseph went for the score himself, but it went wide.
Yeah, Kevin had company on the way, but you know, you're going to get that, like, you know.
Dean Higgins is in possession for Castlegar. He plays the ball down towards Desi Hines. Hines took his eye off the ball, but he picks it at the second time. He flicks the ball forward, but he's gone out over the line on this side of the field. Bit of inexperience, I suppose.
Yeah.
The first touch let him down. If he got it into his hand first time, he'd have made the space, but unfortunately, from his perspective, he didn't. And Sarsfields have a sideline ball. Niall Morris, he takes it to Niall Quinn. Niall Quinn just gets the shoulder there, but does enough to get the ball off to Oisin Kane. Comes inside his man. Kane looks towards Paddy McCorry. He loses possession, and it's his pocket is picked there. It's picked by Gerard Farrer. Gerard Farrer off to Greg Thomas. He's half blocked down there. Has that gone out for a 65, possibly? As that ball goes in towards the goals. It's out for a wide, in fact, but was that a 65, sir? I think he was half blocked down.
Well, from here he was blocked down, but the umpire is, of course, a mile away, and the ref didn't call it either.
Yeah, Castlegar thought they possibly had a 65 there, but Niall Quinn wins possession and go up towards Niall Morrissey. He loses possession out to Dean Higgins, and Dean Higgins has had a fine game, must be said, for Castlegar. He pulls in that ball first time. It's intercepted by Darren Morrissey. Morrissey coming out from the cornerback position. He finds himself out towards the middle of the field. He sprays the ball across towards Ian Fox. Ian Fox goes further forward towards Darren Morrissey, but in the slippery conditions he loses the ball, and it's Killian O'Callaghan who's in possession for Castlegar. He has to solo forward now because he doesn't have a whole lot of options. One of those running off him is Greg Thomas. He can't get the hand pass off. It comes off Kenneth Cooney, goes out over the line, and a line ball here to Castlegar.
Yeah, Castlegar are trying very hard, but talking about cornerback play, like, Morris is still playing very, very well, and so is Dean Higgins. The two of them are shining all through the game, really, but you know, Dean Higgins is probably kind of reading it and mopping up, whereas Morrissey is on a player playing very, very well. But the game is evenly balanced. What have we gone? 5 or 6 minutes second half, Cashler a point up, and you know, Farrer will pluck the grass here, Niall. He'll settle the ball, and he's a good way out, but like, it's in within his range for a score. He might have someone soaking for a shot, but this guy is capable of putting it over.
Gerard Farrer will go along with this. Joseph Cooney is just standing at the edge of the square here as he takes this. Gerard Farrer takes the sideline, but it's going to go wide, and I suppose he doesn't have the elevation of old, possibly, but
he went wide even the 5 when he went across the square to his game, but like, he still can get distance, and like, what was he out? 35, 40 yards out.
They've had 10 wides, Castlegar to Sarsfields 6, and Cashel lead by a point. The subs warming up on both sides of the field. Castlegar 1-8. Sarsfields 10 points out towards Alex Kinnear, but he's touched that down. It goes out over the line on the far side of the field, and Cashel are well in this game. You know, people were coming in maybe saying that Sarsfields would win this, but Cashel are well in it.
They're well in it. Like, Sarsfields are making a few kind of unusual mistakes, like, but you know, they haven't really settled into the second half yet.
The sideline over on the far side of the field will be taken by Simon Thomas.
But at this stage now, with Castle on top out the pitch, they'd want to be getting a few more scores, because Sarsfields will get their purple patch as well.
Here is the sideline, and the sideline is going to be taken by Simon Thomas. Is he going to look towards the brother in the edge of the square? That's Greg Thomas. He does look towards Greg Thomas at the edge of the square. It should be intercepted, though, by Joseph Cooney. It comes off Joseph Cooney's hurl, and Joseph Cooney has time to go back and pick it up. He sprays the ball across the field to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is Kieran Dolan. He comes out towards the 20-metre line, and he decides to go route one, and he launches it long down the field. And will it be John Cosgrove who'll get there? It will be John Cosgrove who'll get there. John Cosgrove is in space. John Cosgrove goes for a score. This will be a super effort. It is a super effort by John Cosgrove, and sometimes going route one pays dividends as well, as Kieran Dolan did.
It was a great ball by Dolan, like, because Cosgrove was up there in his own, but he found him in space at the same time. Great score by Cosgrove, young fella, new fella. Sarsfields are good at introducing a new lad every year.
Yeah, it's 1-8 to 11 points. That's 3 points, I think, for John Cosgrove in this game.
Catch.
As Sarsfields Cashel come on the attack with Oisin Conley. Oisin Conley now for Castlegar gets the ball off towards Jack Coyne. Jack Coyne probably should have moved away from great space, and you know, if he'd gone inside, there was a scoring opportunity there, but the ball is won by Kevin Hines. Kevin Hines goes across the field towards Alex Kinnear. Alex Kinnear comes inside Simon Thomas. Alex Kinnear is going for a big one from the middle of the field. He'd have the distance. Will he have the accuracy? I don't think he will. It's just going to tamely go wide, and that's another poor wide. 7 point wides for Sarsfields. The sides are level. 11 points to 1 goal and 8 points. As we see the subs going to come on, I think there's a sub coming in for the men of Sarsfields, and that man is wearing number 5. That's the young Dylan, and it's Cathal Dylan that's coming on for Sarsfields. Played well last year's championship. He's coming in for Kevin Cooney. Cooney did an amount of work in the first half and got a point. Kenneth Cooney, the man coming off, I should say. 11 points to 1-8. The goalkeeper will take the puck out. He'll probably go short here. No, he won't. He decides to go long, would you believe it? He goes this side of the field. O'Shane Connolly and Greg Thomas are underneath the ball. Thomas tries to take it down. It breaks into the path of Gerard Farrer. Farrer's in possession. He tries to take on Darren Morrissey. Gets it back to O'Shane Connolly. O'Connolly back to Dean Higgins. Dean Higgins is under pressure. Great play there by Darren Morrissey. And Darren Morrissey tries to come out with the ball. He's got support in his first cousin. That's Niall Morrissey. He gets the ball off to Niall Quinn. Niall Quinn gets the ball forward, but it comes off Sean Neary. Goes out over the line on this side of the field. And it's a line ball. And the line ball is to Sarsfields. And it'll be taken by Niall Morrissey.
The game is being to liven up a bit now. Both teams are realising that they're in it, and it's anyone's game at this stage.
Dylan Carroll is about to come in for Castlegar as well. He'll probably come into the Castlegar attack, the man wearing number 12. As Niall Morrissey takes the side and he goes short to Alex Kinnear. Did it go the distance? I don't think it went the distance. And that means it's going to be a free out, and a free out to Castlegar.
The distance, it isn't the distance it can go. It's if the people are standing too close, it doesn't have to travel any distance. It's a free, is it for Farrer?
Free for Castlegar for Gerard Farrer, and it's a long way out. He's beside the dugout for the men of Sarsfields. He's between his own 45 and his 65 metre line. He's playing against whatever wind advantage is in it, but there's not a whole lot of wind. The wind has died substantially.
He might try to pass it. He's a mile away from goal. He might try to pass it.
Gerard Farrer launches it into the edge of the square, and Greg Thomas is the only Castlegar man there. The ball breaks off Greg Thomas into the path of Darren Neary. It should be a score, and Darren Neary puts it over the bar. And Greg Thomas at the edge of the square, and even when he comes out for to the half forward line, sir, there's a lot of ball breaking off him, and it's breaking into Castlegar.
Like he's got his hand in, his hand and eye coordination are very good. Like he's getting a lot of the ball, and if he doesn't get it clean, it's breaking off him.
That's a second point for Darren Neary, and that puts his side in front. Dylan Carroll still awaiting to come on as that ball is pucked out over to the far side of the field. Dara Donoghue tries to go down it, but he's under pressure there, and eventually Castlegar win possession with Donald Barry. Barry looks upfield and he picks out Desi Hines in the middle of the field. His first touch sets him down. He picks it up though. He's under pressure from 3 men over there, and Desi Hines has it. He gets it back towards Cathal Ryan. He's coming out of defence. He loses possession though, and eventually Sarsfields pick their pockets, and Sarsfields have it with Paddy McCrory back towards Ian Fox. It's a battle now out there. Ian Fox takes on the Castlegar man. He's adjudged to have been fouled, and that's going to be a free. Castlegar will be incensed by that one, but it is a free, and it's a scoring opportunity here for Kevin Cooley to come out and equalise the ball game once more.
It's a ball that could have been cleared really good. Castle 3 there to 1 for a while, and plenty of room to they're playing it so tight, plenty of place to clear it, but it's a tricky one enough to us to decide, but Kevin Cooney should score well within his range.
Jack Coyne is the man who's coming off for Castlegar, and into the team comes Dylan Carroll. He's a big man. He's gone to the edge of the square, so they have 2 big men in at the square now, I suppose. They have Greg Thomas and Dylan Carroll.
Yeah, and Jack Coyne is a hardy might be that, maybe carrying a bit of weight, but he's not that fast, but he's a hardy boy in around the square and causes a lot of trouble.
Kevin Cooney takes the free for Sarsfields, and Kevin Cooney puts it wide. I think that's the second one he has missed, and of course that was an opportune one. The sides are Castlegar still lead by a point, 1-9 to 11 points. Liam O'Reilly takes the quick puck out towards the full-back, I think is it Mark Gildas there, or Martin Connolly in actual fact. He finds his way out of the 45 metre line now, Liam O'Reilly, and he launches it into the square where Thomas and Dylan Carroll are. Both of them go, but it's picked by Thomas. This should be a scoring opportunity. It's over the bar by Greg Thomas, and he's causing problems at the edge of the square there. He puts it between the posts, and all of a sudden Castle lead by 2.
Yeah, it's a very good score again in there, to be fair to him, doing very, very good.
Good score, and when you have a big man at full forward, it's no harm to use him. We saw Johnny Glynn here 2 weeks ago, Cyril. He was a big loss for our Drahan today as well, by the way, but that ball is pucked out to Joseph Cooney, and Joseph Cooney goes along with that ball into the brother Kevin. He puts up the hand, but it's won by Sean Erie, who just pulls in the ball in the air. It breaks out to John Cosgrove. He's got 3 points. He sits with a good hard shoulder there, and eventually he kicks the ball out towards Alex Kinnear. Kinnear tries to make space for himself. He doesn't make space for himself. There's 2 points between them. He falls to the ground. The ball goes out to the middle of the field. It's going to break in the middle of the field to John Cooney. Cooney is wing back now for Sarsfields. Looks across the field, and eventually that ball is going to be intercepted by Martin Connolly for Castlegar. Connolly has it coming out from the full back line. Martin Connolly now for Castlegar gets the ball further forward, but it's Niall Quinn that's there for Sarsfields. Niall Quinn, has he a scoring opportunity for Sarsfields? He has a scoring opportunity for Sarsfields. Has he put it outside the post? He has put it outside the post, and that's another wide for Sarsfields. This wides have reached 9 for Sarsfields. Castlegar have hit 10, but Castlegar lead by 2, 1-10 to 11 points. The ball is won though by Sarsfields from that puck out. John Cooney gets the ball off to Alex Kinnear. This is a scoring opportunity for Kinnear again. He gets it in towards the goals, but the goalkeeper is underneath it, and that goalkeeper is Liam O'Reilly. Liam O'Reilly picks out Sean Neary on this side of the field. We have 13 minutes gone in the second half. Sean Neary comes inside Dara Donoghue. Good play by Sean Neary, and Sean Neary launches it long again towards Greg Thomas. He's out on the 20 metre line. He's adjudged to have been fouled there by Darren Morrissey. It's a free in, but it's obviously applied by Sarsfields or by Castlegar to go route 1, and Greg Thomas fouled again. It's going to be a free in.
He's playing very, very well. This is the best game I've seen him play for Castlegar. Best game I've seen him playing for 2 or 3 years. To be fair to him, he's using his height. He's good in there. And Sarsfields know what's coming. but he's still causing them trouble.
Yeah, it's going to be a free in, and the scoring opportunity here, 13 minutes into the second half, and it's Gerard Farrer who's just taking his time getting up to take this free for Castlegar. It should be a scoreable free for Castlegar. It is a scoreable free for Castlegar. They've got the last 2 scores. This would be 3 in a row for Castlegar. It would put them 3 in front. It's 110 to 11 at the moment. This could be Gerard Farrer's 6th score of the day.
The way the game is going, it's 3 is a lot in this kind of game because it's very, very tight. It hasn't really opened for Sarsfields.
And he makes no mistake, Gerard Farrer. That's 6 points for Farrer now. And that's a point from a free. He's got 3 frees, 1 from a 65 and 2 from play. As we see, Sarsfields could be about to go to their bench again. And into the team could come Alan Ward, another man with vast experience. But Castlegar win the puck out. It's won by Darren Eary. He's just have over-carried the ball, and he just about over-carried it, I'd say. And it's going to be a free. It's a let-off and a scoring opportunity here because Castlegar were coming on the attack.
I was just saying, Morrissey probably go to the frees now because it hasn't been Kevin Cooney's there. And Morrissey will be a regular free taker.
Yeah, Niall Morrissey, of course, took the frees when Sarsfields won the county championship way back in 2015. They'll be hoping to possibly get back into a county final again, but they have a long, long way to go yet. And Castlegar will have their aspirations as well. That's 3 between them. We have reached almost the third quarter, the final quarter of this game. It's 1-11, says Castlegar on the scoreboard. Sarsfields have 11 points. Niall Morrissey is on the Castlegar 65-metre line as he takes this free. He goes for the score from out the field. He's got the distance. He's got the accuracy. It's a score that his side needed, and he puts that ball between the posts. They had gone 7 minutes without a score. In that time, the men of Castlegar had hit 3 in a row. There's 2 between them again. 1-11 to 12 points. Good score by Niall Morrissey.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy one. Like, it was his first one to take the pressure on him because Kevin hadn't been getting there. So, like, it brings it back to a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, we see Alan Ward is coming in. I'm not quite sure who's coming off. Is it Dara Donoghue who's gone back into defence? And off the Sarsfields team, is it Oisin Kane, I think, number 4, I think, that's gone off this team on this side of the field. And we see Dara Donoghue who's gone back into defence.
Well, you see, to be fair, Niall, they're throwing the subs thrown on. They're doing their best to win it because, you know, they realise that we're getting caught in the full back line.
1-11 to 12 points as Castlegar come on the attack with Connolly again goes long looking for Thomas who's out on the sideline. It's battled out by Kevin Hines and Hines does well, and Hines comes away from his full back position. He can't pass the ball forward out towards Alex Kinnear. Kinnear goes through 2 Castlegar men there. He looked to be fouled from this vantage point, and then he just got a little clip in the end, and it's going to be a free, and it's another scoring opportunity for Niall Morrissey. And these frees are just getting obviously Sarsfields back into it just as Castlegar were building their momentum.
Yeah, like, and it's a long way out, but again, like, Morrissey's in form, and like he'll go for it again. Sarsfields are, you know, they have made the changes. They've tightened their back line and they're going to push now. They have to push, like, because it's 15 minutes gone, 16 gone, they're 2 down.
A yellow card there as well, by the way, for number 15, Killeen O'Callaghan. And Niall Morrissey will take the free. It's from much the same position, the 65-metre line, but he's over this side of the field now as he's taking it. 1-11 to 12 points. 16 minutes gone in the second half. Castlegar hold the 2-point advantage over Sarsfields as Niall Morrissey lifts, bends and strikes the shitter high in towards the goals. He got the last one. Has he got this one? It looks good from my vantage point. Yeah. It's gone over the bar. Niall Morrissey with 2 superb frees for the men of Sarsfields has seen them back to within a point again. 1-11 to 13 points, but we're reaching a crucial juncture in the game now, Cyril. And Castlegar still have that 1-point advantage. 1 point,
but they haven't scored for a while now. And Morrissey has pinned 2 long-range frees. Just shows you the need for kind of a good free taker.
1-11 to 13 points. Greg Thomas is out of wing forward now. He puts up the hand. The ball breaks through though, and it's Cormac Dillon trying to win it for his side. He does win it. He gets it off to Joseph Cooney, and Joseph Cooney goes long with that ball. And it's a 50-50 battle between Paddy McCorry and Sean Neary. Sean Neary flicks the ball away, but Paddy McCorry has the ball in his hand. He gets it back to Alex Kinnear. Kinnear looks across the field, and he picks out Dara Donoghue now back in the half-back line. He's fouled there surely, and that's a free given away by by Sean Neary. And it's another long-range effort that Niall Morrissey will come over to take. But from Castlegar's perspective, they got the 3-point lead. I suppose disappointingly for them, what they'll be thinking is the fact that if this is the equaliser, it'll be 3 frees they've given away more so than they're giving them handy enough frees to go back into the game.
They are frees, but they're lazy frees. Now Morrissey's out here in front of us, but he's still 65. He's 70 yards out. Actually, it isn't an easy free, but he's taken them so well. You're back him to put it over again, but it's not an easy one. This would be 3 out of 3 if he gets it. But like Castlegar would be disappointed because it's from the place balls that they're scoring. Their back line is holding up because they have the extra backs back.
17 minutes gone in the second half. A scoring opportunity here to level the ball game for Niall Morrissey. It's gone high in towards the goals, but this one goes to the wrong side of the post, and that's 10 wides for Sarsfields.
He was due probably one really because that wasn't an easy one. Now, none of them were easy really, but he's got 2 out of 3. But that's a let off now for Thomas or for Castlegar, and it kind of tells them what they can't be doing.
18 minutes gone. 1-11 to 13 points. Kevin Cooney goes high, or John Cooney goes highest, but it's Castlegar who win possession with Killeen O'Callaghan. He gets the ball in towards the full forward line again, but Darren Morrissey has the pace there, and he gets there ahead of Dylan Carroll. Darren Morrissey now coming out from full-back. He charges out with the ball. He gets the ball out the field, but he's blocked down by Darren Erie, and Darren Erie tries to pick it up for Castlegar. Darren Erie has picked the ball up for Castlegar. He comes back around to go for a score from the sideline. He's blocked down though because Sarsfields have numbers there. Niall Quinn wins it. Niall Quinn gets it off to Joseph Cooney. Joseph Cooney sprays it across to Kevin Hines in space now. Kevin Hines comes out. He's got plenty of space to pick out a man. He just pick out a man. He picks out Paddy McCorry. His first touch shuts him down. It gives Ger Farrer the chance to come in, and Ger Farrer does come in to pick it up for Castlegar. He loses possession though, and it's picked up by Alex Kinnear. Kinnear wins it and gets the ball forward towards John Cooney, and Martin Connolly in a race possession, and Cooney has the ball in his hand. He loses it though. Cathal Ryan goes back for Castlegar, and Cathal Ryan comes away with it. He's hit with a shoulder. He gets it off to Sean Neary. Sean Neary charging out from the full back line now. Positions don't really matter at this stage of the game. Sean Neary is coming forward. He's got the runner. The runner is Simon Thomas. Simon Thomas is in possession in the middle of the field. Simon Thomas goes for a long high ball in towards the square, in towards Dylan Carroll. It's caught superbly by Darren Morrissey, was it? It hasn't. It's gone out wide, in fact, and it was a dangerous looking high ball in there. But
high ball, yeah. Like Morrissey played well to hold. Here's Castlegar or Sarsfields on a quick one.
It's all to play for with 11 minutes to play. Beautiful ball down the line looking for John Cosgrove. He gets there ahead of Mark Gill. John Cosgrove has got 3 points. He gets there ahead of Gill, as I said. He plays the ball across the field. It's a 50-50 ball. It's won by Simon Thomas, and Simon Thomas comes away with it. He flicks the ball off to Killian O'Callaghan. He goes across the field looking for Donald Barry over on the stand side of the field here in Kenny Park. He's soloing forward towards the town goal. He's going to put on a burst of speed. He does put on a burst of speed. He goes past his man. Is he going to be... Oh, brilliant defending by Joseph Cooney. He got the flick in there. Could this be a rallying score for Sarsfields if Joseph Cooney can put this over the bar? Cooney high in towards the goals, but this one goes wide.
I know he put it wide, Niall, but like Barry had it opened up, but Joseph kept his eye on the ball, just a little flick away.
Yeah, just as Donald Barry was about to throw it up to hit it, like it, Joseph came in, just get the flick away. 1-11 to 13 points. We have 10 minutes of normal time to go. Liam O'Reilly will take the puck out for the men of Castlegar. He goes to this side of the field. Again, underneath that ball is Dylan Carroll. Carroll and Darren Morrissey. The ball breaks off both players into the path of Niall Quinn. Niall Quinn plays a lovely low ball out towards Ian Fox. His first touch lets him down. Desi Hines tries to come in. There's a players on both sides now trying to pick the ball up. It's quite close to the sideline here. I think it's a Sarsfields man who has it. There's 2 players on the ground. It is a Sarsfields man that has it. Ian Fox. He's foul there coming out, and it's going to be a free out, and a relieving clearance will be coming here from the Sarsfields men. They're back on their own 45 metre line. The ball has been brought forward, I think, for something that was said, and a needless free given away there by Castlegar. But to compound matters by saying something, I think it's Gerry Farrer, and I think Shane Hines is just saying, God name, what did you say that for, Gerry? You forced me to bring it forward. He's going to go short though. He goes across the field. Niall Morrissey to pick out Joseph Cooney in space. Is this the equalising score? Joseph Cooney high in towards the goals, and Joseph Cooney wide again. That's 2 wides in a row for Joseph Cooney. 12 wides now for Sarsfields.
Let them off the hook, like, because there was a shot in his own.
Dean Higgins, who gets the ball long, gone out of the game a small bit, Dean Higgins, but he had a fine first half in towards Greg Thomas. He's bearing down on goal. Greg Thomas coming through for Sarsfields. A shot. It's flashed over the bar. It was a goal scoring opportunity from Greg Thomas though, but Kevin Hines followed him the whole way in. But Greg Thomas is causing serious problems for the Sarsfields defence. He puts it over the bar with 9 minutes to go. Good score by Greg Thomas.
Back to his form, like Niall, that he's shown a few years ago. This said kind of, the Thomases are good in there, and like they're beginning to come back to form. They'd lost it for a while, but today very, very good.
The goalkeeper takes the puck out, Kieran Dolan. He goes long with that one. The ball breaks, and it breaks into the path of Simon Thomas. Simon Thomas gets it off to Cathal Ryan. He's got a support player, but he was fouled there by John Cosgrove coming out as he played the ball off to Sean Neary, and it's going to be a free. And Gerry Farrer is just ambling from the midfield position all the way back to his own half-back line. He'll take a minute or two here, Cyril, no doubt, just to take his time as he goes back. His side 2 to the good, 112 to 13 points.
He's about 100, maybe 120 yards. He's a long way back. It's hard, the distance. But he'll probably go for this because Thomas and them in there, they're very big, and if he goes over, it'll be fantastic. And I don't think there's no one loose to pass it, but this guy is capable of doing anything.
112 to 13 points. We have 8 minutes to go. Gerry Farrer is back near his own 45 metre line, out towards his 65 metre line as he takes this free. He launches it long. It's not going to have the distance, but it's going to be in towards the edge of the square. It's going to break. Brilliantly taken out of the air by Joseph Cooney, and he does superbly well for Sarsfields. He gets it out to Niall Quinn. Niall Quinn now coming forward for Sarsfields. Gets the ball out to Cormac Dillon. There's 2 Sarsfields been going for it. Dillon has it. He's under pressure from Desi Hines here. Dillon is soloing forward. The sub for Sarsfields. Has he got a support player that he can't catch it? He does well to get the ball back to Ian Fox, and Ian Fox goes for a score from out the field, but it's going to go wide, is it? Or is it going to go wide? It's not going to go wide at all. It's picked up, and there's a Castlegar man down with a cramp in the middle of the field as Liam O'Reilly picks the ball up, and Liam O'Reilly nonchalantly plays the ball out to Sean Neary. Sean Neary comes inside his man. There's 2 between them. Castlegar will try and work the ball up the field. Good play over to the far side of the field to Cathal Ryan. Cathal Ryan looks up the field. His side are 2 points to the good, but it's a poor enough ball by Cathal Ryan. It should be won by Kevin Hines. He should get there, but he's going to let it out over the line on this side of the field with 7 minutes of normal time to go. Castlegar 112, Sarsfields 13 points. The scoreboard to my left says, as we see Desi Hines, I think it's a finger injury. I thought it was a cramp he had in the middle of the field. He's picked up a finger injury. 112 to 13 points. Niall Quinn will take the sideline. Dizzy Hines is okay. He won't want to come off. I'm sure he's enjoying his day so far. As we see John Cooney striding forward for Sarsfields as well. He's playing at wing back. Would you maybe move him up towards the half-forward line, Cyril, in midfield?
Yeah, well, I suppose they could, like, but they have a lot of subs on at the moment. He's still very good facing the ball. They're still in the game, like, they could still win this game. But like,
Niall Quinn takes the sideline, but it's a poor sideline. It's picked up by Cillian O'Callaghan. He goes through two Sarsfields in there. He's fouled by Niall Quinn, and it's going to be a free in, but it's on the sideline. It's a very difficult free. This one is about 20 metres out. Jared Farrer taking this, but he's he's on the sideline. But Niall Quinn will be disappointed with the sideline. He just scuffed it really. He was picked up by Cillian O'Callaghan, and then Quinn fouled him, and a scoring opportunity possibly now for Jared Farrer. But this is a very awkward position for Jared Farrer.
It's a hard free, but this guy is no ordinary guy. Like, you know, he'll go on his left side. It doesn't, you know, it's awkward every way. Like, you know, but he is very good at them. He'll take his time. You know, 6
minutes to go. Jared Farrer has got 6 points.
It's a very vital one. What are they up? They're up 2
points.
Two. This will put them 3.
He's on the sideline as he's taking this. He's got 4 frees and 2 from play, and he's concentrating heavily on this one as he takes it. Jared Farrer with the free for Castlegar. Jared Farrer, who has put it over the bar for Castlegar. A beautiful strike by Jared Farrer. That's 7 points for Jared Farrer, and Castlegar have built that 3-point lead again.
That's some score now, because that, I know it was a free, but it was very, very tight and very, very awkward. But he's just deadly with on the left side.
1 goal and 13 points to 13 points. The ball is pucked out over to the far side of the field. There's a battle for possession over there. The ball is going to break, and it's Desi Hines who picks it up for Castlegar. He's soloing forward now. He's got Darren Erie in support from him. Darren Erie over on the sideline, comes inside his man. He's got Hines in support again. Darren Erie tries to get the ball off, but Joseph Cooney's there. The imposing presence of Joseph Cooney wins it for Sarsfields. The ball has hit the ground, and it's picked up by a Castlegar man, is it? It's not, because Joseph Cooney comes in on top of him again. Simon Thomas puts in the challenge. Simon Thomas just about gets the ball, but Sarsfields try to win it with Dara Donoghue. He tries to go down in possession, and Niall Quinn is also there. Oisin Connolly tries to win it for Castlegar. They're all battling for possession right out in the middle of the field here, right out in front of us with 5 minutes to go here. 113 to 13 points. The men of Castlegar lead, and Shane Hines said, I'm going to throw the ball in. But you can see the intensity there, sir. Both teams wanted to win that ball.
The intensity has risen now, because things are getting close. Many's gone, 25 minutes
gone. Yeah.
Castle are 3 points up. You'd have to admire them. They're still holding back the extra man.
Jeffrey Lawless about to come in for the men of Sarsfields as well. He came on last time out as well. He'll no doubt come into the attack for the Sarsfields men.
Yeah, he's strong.
And I think there's who's coming off. It's a Paddy McCorry who come off. Paddy had a good first half, got a couple of good points, but of course he's a young player, and I'm sure he'll be learning from this senior experience.
Probably more natural abroad in the middle of the pitch. He can kind of use his athletic, he's an athlete, like, you know, and he'd be kind of more natural to move and all. And corner forward is a hard spot for a young fella playing. Might come now and again. You need the breaks to have a good game in it.
Ian Fox wins possession, and he loses it though in the middle of the field from the throw in. Simon Thomas tried to pick it up. He kicked the ball forward though. He tries to pick it up at the second attempt. He doesn't do so. He tried to pick it at the third attempt, and then he chopped his man Alan Ward, and 3 times he tried to pick the ball up. Unfortunately, from his perspective, he chopped, and it's going to be a free, and the free is to the men of Sarsfields. Alan Ward threw the ball forward, so it'll have to be brought back. Paul Fahey has indicated where the free is going to be taken, but we have 4 minutes to go here.
Paul is on the ball. He's on the right spot. Morrissey will go for this again, or at least he'll drop it around the house. Anything could still happen here. Kevin Cooney now has come out around centre forward, so there's not much going in, and it's either double marking back there.
113 to 13 points. Castlegar lead with 3.5 minutes of normal time to go here. Niall Morrissey with the free, and he launches it long in towards the square. Who's going to win it? Is it a Sarsfields man or a Castlegar man? It comes off a Castlegar man and goes out for a 65. I think it came off his hand or his foot, and it rolled. It could have rolled in the back of the net.
Could have gone anywhere. Just a breaking ball, dropping short, took a deflection. 65.
It just went to the side of the post and goes out for a 65-metre free, and it's Niall Morrissey. Or is it Kevin Cooney going to take it?
Morrissey. Morrissey should get this now. He's more or less
65-metre free. 3 minutes to go here. It's one you would anticipate he could put between the posts, because he is pointed 2 already. Niall Morrissey stands over the free now for Sarsfields. 3 between them. Castlegar's goal from Cillian O'Callaghan came just right before half time on 31 minutes. It put them in front. They've been in front since. Here comes the free. The free is taken by Niall Morrissey. It's high in towards the goals, and Niall Morrissey scores his 3rd score of the half. 57 minutes gone. Niall Morrissey with 3. 2 from the frees and 1 from a 65. Means that there's only 2 between them again. 113 to 14 points. And that ball is pucked out quickly to Mark Gill. Mark Gill coming forward now for Castlegar, and he decides to go route 1, and he launches it in towards the edge of the square with Dylan Carroll and Darren Morrissey battle for possession. The ball breaks. It breaks towards Greg Thomas, but Niall Quinn is there for Sarsfields, and cleverly he comes away from the wing back position. He's under serious pressure there. He gets the ball back to Joseph Cooney. Joseph Cooney trying to come out. He hand passes the ball further forward, and Castlegar are just throwing themselves at everything here, and the ball goes out to Ian Fox. Ian Fox looks forward. It's a good ball by Ian Fox. box to John Cosgrove. He's out in front of his man. He picks it out of the air. He gets it in towards Jeffrey Lawless in the full forward line. Lawless is in front of his man, but the ball drops out of his hand and is picked up by Sean Erie. And Sean Erie is surging out now. Sean Erie finds himself from the cornerback position all the way up to the half forward line, the far end of the field. He's still sowing forward. He comes inside his man. Sean Erie with a beautiful ball across the field towards Oisin Conley. He drops it out of his hand though. Did he go close to the ground? He threw the ball surely. Referee says play on. Gets it back to Greg Thomas. Thomas going for a score. Thomas high in towards the goals. Kieran Dolan goes up for it. He bats it out. He's just been in the square, and that's going to be a free out. But in fairness to Cashel, they see possible victory here. Cyril, they're 2 points to the good. They're throwing themselves at everything as the free is taken. And I think Dylan Carroll actually came in on top of Kieran Dolan as he was taking that free. It goes out over the line.
Been called back really because he tackled the goalie taking the free. Was kind of line ball out for Castlegar.
1:13 to 14 points. A minute and a half of normal time to go. Farragher is taking his time.
Would you bet against him because he's been in this position now twice in the second half, and knowing this fella he could judge this one right. It went wide on the near side.
He's got 7 points so far.
You wouldn't bet against him. I know it's hard on, but he'd go right against the wind here. No,
he goes short. Will he get it back? Oisin Conley tries to pick it. He's under pressure from Niall Quinn. Farragher does try and pick it up. Farragher has picked it up. He goes away from 3 Sarsfields men. He plays the ball back the field towards Killian O'Callaghan. He wasn't aware of it. Killian O'Callaghan picks it up though. He's go back further again. They're now back in their own half back line. Mark Gill has it. He picks out a man in space. Dean Higgins. Is this the chance to put Castle 3 points in front? But it's a poor effort by Dean Higgins. The goalkeeper deflects off Kieran Dolan. Goes out for a 65 and it's a 65 metre free. We have reached the 59th minute and Castlegar are slowing the game down. But in fairness to them, when they went in front, they're throwing themselves at absolutely everything
they're
here.
Hooking and blocking and stopping and kicking, and they'd expect
we're going to have 3 minutes additional time. So we have 3.5 minutes to go here yet. There are 2 between them. It has reached 59:30 almost on the clock. 1:13 for Castlegar, 14 points for Sarsfields. It's a 65 metre free. It's Gerard Farragher with the 65 metre free, and I'm sure you wouldn't bet on them putting this one between the posts because he's been so proficient at them down through many years for Castlegar.
Very accurate, knowing him, he's straight in front. Now he's against the breeze, but it's well within his range, and he's very accurate usually.
Gerard Farragher, it's for Castlegar. He launches it in towards the goals. He's got the distance. He's got the accuracy. The Castlegar crowd will tell you that. That one goes over the bar, and Castlegar suddenly lead by 3 points, 1:14 to 14 points. Do Sarsfields need a goal, Cyril, at this stage?
Well,
we're heading for injury time.
Joseph Cooney's gone up front at this stage. Sarsfields is throwing all cautions at the win, but they're usually very hard to get. Here should be a score here for Kinnear.
Alex Kinnear takes the scoring opportunity, does he, for Castlegar? For Sarsfields, he doesn't because he's put it wide. That's 13 wides for Sarsfields. They've hit 9 in the second half. They're 3 points in arrears. Castlegar 1:14, Sarsfields 14 points. 2.5 minutes of the additional time left as Liam O'Reilly takes his time with this puck out. He's got Sean Erie in space here if he picks him up. Sarsfields now have Jeffrey Lawless, Kevin Cooney and Joseph Cooney in the full forward line. I can say, Cyril, if they get a chance, they'll be going route one.
They're going route one, but now they're weakened their back line, because Joseph Cooney's gone up, and it can happen. Castlegar still, as you say, throwing everything in.
They're battling for possession out here. We've almost ended the first minute of that additional time. Desi Hines tries to win it. He loses possession. It's picked up by Greg Thomas, and what a game he's had. Greg Thomas gets the ball off to Oisin Conley. He sprays the ball across to Gerard Farragher. Is this the point to put Castlegar 4 points up? Gerard Farragher high in towards the goals, and Gerard Farragher puts it over the bar. 3 points and play by Gerard Farragher. That's 4 between them, 1:15 to 14 points.
Yeah, it's if they can win this, it's a great win for Castlegar because you can see what they're doing. They've brought extra men back, and now they're 4 points up.
1:15 to 14 points. The ball goes long up towards Joseph Cooney, but it's Sean Erie who has it. He's had a fine game as well for the men of Castlegar. He's surging out from defence. He leaves the ball behind him. It's picked up by Alan Ward. Sarsfields in the goal. They try to work it, but out comes Killian O'Callaghan. It's lost though. It's picked up by John Cosgrove. He's got Joseph Cooney inside him. Joseph Cooney bearing down on goal. Joseph Cooney plays the ball across the field to Jeffrey Lawless. He has it in his hand. Is he fouled? He's going through. He's fouled on the 20 metre line. It's going to be a free in. It's going to be a free in on the 20 metre line, and a scoring opportunity here. This will be blasting operations from Kevin Cooney, I'd say.
Did they go for a goal, Niall, or did they tap it over?
Well, there's only a minute and a half left. I remember a couple of years ago here when Castlegar were 2 points up, I think, against Sarsfields, when Kevin Cooney blasted the ball to the net from much the same position from a 20 metre line. They're 4 down now, though.
It'll be Kevin again now. They're 4 down, and what's left? About a minute.
A minute and 10 seconds of normal time of the time left.
Castlegar's up here.
Kevin Grennan is coming in for Castlegar. We have 2 minutes of the additional time played. Castlegar 1:15, Sarsfields 14 points. Sarsfields need 2 scores, sir. They need a goal, and then they need to back it up with a point.
Yeah, well, Liam O'Reilly is out in front of his men, which is the right thing to do, 4 behind them.
Here comes this 20 metre free from Kevin Cooney. 2 minutes into the additional time. There's 4 between them. Kevin Cooney lifts, bends, strike, shot. It's saved. It's gone in the net.
Goal.
It's a goal. A goal for Sarsfields, and Kevin Cooney puts it in the back of the net. 62 minutes, 20 seconds gone. Sarsfields will get a scoring opportunity again, no doubt. This is a crucial ball in the game. A goal from Kevin Cooney from the free. It looked to be blocked, but it went through the legs of the Castlegar men. It goes into the net. There's a point between them. 1:15 to 1:14.
But didn't block it. Here's his now. He's gone long.
32:40 on the clock. There's 20 seconds of the additional time to go. He goes long looking for Greg Thomas. The ball breaks. It's going to be picked up by Niall Quinn. Sarsfields are going to come on the attack. Quinn gets the ball off to Cormac Dillon. He has the ball in his hand. Is there a grandstand finish here from the Sarsfields men? Did he hold on to the ball too long? The referee says no. It comes off Alex Kinnear. It goes out of the line. It's a line ball to Castlegar on this side of the field. The 3 minutes of additional time have been played. It's at the discretion now of the referee Shane Hines, and Ger Farrer is coming all the way over to take this sideline cut for Castlegar. They lead by a point. The 3 minutes have been played. It says 33:10 on the clock here. Castlegar 115, Sarsfields 114 as the man from Castlegar who's got 9 points, Ger Farrer, gets ready to take this sideline. I'd say he's going to possibly go down the line with this. Or will he go as far as he can and put it as far as he can? Ger Farrer does put it down the line. It's a good ball down towards the sideline, towards Oisin Connolly. He's fouled. Oisin Connolly cut the ball out of the air, and it's a free in for Castlegar. And this will be a famous victory for the men of Castlegar.
Great catch by Connolly, but you have to say it's a great line ball down long, more or less on the touchline, and he's outside. But Ger Farrer knew what he was doing. Like, this is a big win now for Aaron Constable and these guys down from Clare coaching Castlegar under pressure, I'd say, after the first game. But if they can win this, I thought at half time that Sarsfields should have won, but you'd have to be saying fair play to Castle to set out, as you said now, to stay in the game, set up that way, and they didn't change even with the breeze or against the breeze. And this is Farrer, I'm sure he should tap this over, knowing him.
Yeah, a scoring opportunity here now for Gerard Farrer. He's made it very advantageous for himself. This would put his side 2 points to the front again.
To the referee now.
This would be 10 points for Gerard Farrer. It is 10 points for Gerard Farrer. Is that the winning score? Is there another goal in Sarsfields? We have played 5 or 4.5 minutes.
Chance,
116 to 114. Will they get one chance to possibly equalise or to go win the game? The puck out is taken to Kevin Hines. They're a minute and a half over the additional time. Kevin Hines goes long with that ball. It's a high long ball in towards the edge of the square. They go up for it. Who's going to come away with it? Sarsfields have it. This is Kevin Cooney bearing down on goal. Is he fouled on the 20-metre line? He is. It's a free on the 20-metre line. It's shades of a couple of years ago when Kevin Cooney scored a goal with the last play of the game from a 20-metre free to win it for Sarsfields. We have 5 minutes played. They've gone nearly 2 minutes over the additional time.
If it's outside the 21 now, they can have as many as liking goals. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's inside or outside. I don't know if it's the replay there. I see Ger Farrer, they're all going back in the goals. It must be 21 because there's more in it. I don't know, can more go in? It's hard to see what's happening.
It's a 20-metre free, all the same to Kevin Cooney.
Yeah, but
the last one went to the net, sir.
They can put more in the goals. Like you can
There's
only
7 or 8 in the goals at this stage. I can only 5 prior to that. Yeah. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 Castlegar been on the goal line as Kevin Cooney stands over this free. This is to win the game for Sarsfields. It would be heartbreak for Castlegar if this ball ends up in the back of the net. It'll be 2 late goals. We have played 5.5 minutes. There was to be 3 minutes at least of additional time. Here comes the free from Kevin Cooney. He got the last one, 116 to 114. This is the last play of this game. Here comes Kevin Cooney with the free. Kevin Cooney lifts, spin, strikes a shot. It's gone wide. It come off Liam O'Reilly. It went out for a 65. It's all over. It's all over. And Castlegar have a famous victory over the men of Sarsfields. It was blocked out by Liam O'Reilly, the goalkeeper. 116 to 114. And Castlegar will be delighted. They've got themselves back in the county championship.
It's a fantastic win for them because, like, at half time, Sarsfields, like, you know, how they're down at half time. It was level at half time and they had the breeze second half and the flow of the game. But, like, very well set up. They're structured in a way that, like, they were playing, as you said, to stay in the game. That they kept the extra back the whole time. Even with the breeze and against the breeze, they played the same way. You can see how much it meant to them. Sarsfields never really got flow. Like, Kevin Cooney got the goal to give them a breathing space, like, to get back in within the point. And he could, like, if that stuck in the net, it's hard to get to them. And at that stage, it wasn't the 5 million goals. As many as you like at this stage, he was outside the 21. As was, you know, Dean Higgins had a great game for Castlegar. They stuck to their game plan very well. And sure, like, the old man up front, Ger Farrer, like, he might be moving on in age, but he still knows how to hurl. I don't know how much he got between 10 points and many from free or from.
He got 3 from play, sir, and he got 2 65s and 5 from frees.
And his line ball taking was good as frees. It's one that Sarsfields will feel that they have lost. And I suppose it was good to see that the return to form of Greg Thomas. This guy, like, was a kind of a future star of Galway underage, and you would think he'd be coming on to the senior team. Has been in the panel, but, like, he showed there, like, he's back to himself today, and it's a real big win for Castlegar.
It's a big win for Castlegar. They've won by 2 points in the end. I think, by my reckoning, with Ardrehan now have 3 points in the group. Castlegar and Sarsfields both have 2. Crowell have 1, and in the final series of games, it's Castlegar taking on Crowell and Ardrehan taking on Sarsfields. But by my reckoning, the way things stand, I think Ardrehan, by virtue of that draw and by virtue of this result, irrespective of what happens, that they will be through at least to the knockout stages. They mightn't be through to the quarterfinals as of yet, but they have 3 points on the board. But because Crowell and Castlegar have to play each other, if that ends in a draw, it will mean that Crowell will have 2 points. If it ends in a win for Castlegar, they'll be through. But in the end, it's a win now for the men of Castlegar in this game. but because of the fact that Ardrahan have 3 points on the board now following their game today, Crowell have 1 point, Sarsfields have 2 points, and Castlegar have 2 points. I think by virtue of this result here, I think the men of Ardrahan are through to the knockout stages. Not sure what position yet, but they'll be definitely through.
They'll be very happy after getting a point today, and they also have the likes of Johnny Glynn to come back in, which is better for them still. But I suppose the big winners today are Castlegar, because Sarsfields would have been favourites to come here, like, and kind of have been kind of one of the favourites for the cup as well. Like, but that's a fantastic game for Castlegar, like, and Tommy Grogan and these guys would be thrilled to win this. And I was talking to Aaron Constantine's father coming in, very big one for them, like, and they will feel like they were back on the road again. Castle, of course, a great traditional club, and I suppose you'd have to say fought very fairly. No, all hard knocks, but nothing dirty. Both teams accepted what was happening, and the ref gave a little bit of extra time there for Sarsfields to give them a chance, but in the end, it's a fantastic win for Castlegar, and they're back on the road again.
Yeah, a win for Castlegar, and then 2 points they have beaten Sarsfields by here in the game here at Kenny Park and Athenry. The last game of the season in Kenny Park and Athenry, and for us Galway hurling supporters, it's a bit of a disappointing Cyril, but in the end, it's a win for Castlegar. They'll be happy. They have won by 2 points in the end, 116 to 114.
It's hard to believe Athenry is closed, Niall.
Yeah, it sure is, but the county championship will continue, and no doubt we'll be heading to Ballinasloe and Pearse Stadium and Gort and Loughrea and Newin in various different places over the next while. But the men of Castlegar are triumphant here today. They've won by 2 points. Castlegar 116, Sarsfields 114.
Hi, Paul Bellew, Galway GA chairperson here to tell you about our new fundraiser, Win a Home Galway. For just €100, you could win a brand new Seaview apartment in Salt Hill, Galway. Buy a ticket for this life-changing prize and you could be living minutes away from the famous Salt Hill prom while also having Galway City and Connemara on your doorstep. Just think, you could be living mortgage-free here in one of the most famous cities in the world, overlooking Galway Bay. To enter, simply log on to winahomegalway.com and buy your ticket. Thanks for the support and the very best of luck.
He puts up the big hand, he gets it back, and this is a scoring opportunity for Oisin Conley, and it looks good from my vantage point. It is good, and Oisin Conley.
Hope you wouldn't say that they're outsiders.
Conley, the number 2, and the ball breaks into the path of Killian Callaghan after the onrushing Darren Eary. Darren Eary high in towards the goals, and Darren Eary over the bar. Good score. It all
making use of it.
29 minutes played here. Here comes this free by Kevin Cooney. Has he got the distance? It looks to be just about gone over the bar. It has gone over the bar. He's behind him though. It's picked up by Killian O'Callaghan. Jared Farrell's running through the heart of the defence. Farrell's in possession. Is this a goal scoring opportunity? It's not. He's put it over the bar. Maybe in days of intriguing so far as the ball is picked up by Ian Fox on the sideline. He picked it cleverly. This will be a great score if it goes over the bar from Ian Fox. That's a beautiful score.
Yeah,
he ran onto it at pace. Going to be intercepted and picked up by Greg Thomas. He's got the runner inside. This is a goal scoring opportunity. Killian O'Callaghan gets there. It should be a goal. It's in the back of the net. It's a goal for Castlegar. Is going to be Kevin Grennan. He played in the opening round game, but he's decided he's not needed at the moment, as Kevin Cooney puts the ball over the bar, and that means the sides are Castlegar 1-7, Sarsfields 10 points. We're 4 minutes into the second half as Gerard Farrer just launched that ball in towards the goals, and Gerard Farrer, as he's done for so many, and will it be John Cosgrove who'll get there? It will be John Cosgrove who'll get there. John Cosgrove is in space. John Cosgrove goes for a score. This will be a super effort. It is a super effort by John Cosgrove. Launches it into the edge of the square, and Greg Thomas is the only Castlegar man there. The ball breaks off Greg Thomas into the path of Darren Erie. It should be a score, and Darren Erie puts it over the bar. Right now, Liam Riley, and he launches it into the square where Thomas and Dylan Carlard both of them go, but it's picked by Thomas. This should be a scoring opportunity. It's over the bar by Greg Thomas.
It's threes a lot in this kind of game because it's very, very tight. It hasn't really opened for Sarsfields.
And he makes no mistake, Gerard Farrer. That's 6 points for Farrer. Morrissey is on the Castlegar 65-metre line as he takes this free. He goes for the score from out the field. He's got the distance, he's got the accuracy. It's a score that his side. Sarsfields, as Niall Morrissey lifts, bends and strikes the shitter high in towards the goals. He got the last one. Has he got this one? It looks good from my vantage point. It's gone over the bar and gets the ball long. Gone out of the game a small between Higgins, but he'd a fine first half in towards Greg Thomas. He's bearing down on goal. Greg Thomas coming through for Sarsfields. A shot. It's flashed over the bar. It was a goal scoring up. And he's concentrating heavily on this one as he takes it. Gerard Farrer with the free for Castlegar. Gerard Farrer, who has put it over the bar for Castlegar. In front since. Here comes the free. The free is taken by Niall Morrissey. It's high in towards the goals, and Niall Morrissey scores his third score of the half. 57 minutes gone. Gerard Farrer, it's for Castlegar. He launches it in towards the goals. He's got the distance. He's got the accuracy. The Castlegar crowd will tell you that. That one goes over the bar. Ball off Oisin Conley. He sprays the ball across to Gerard Farrer. Is this the point to put Castlegar 4 points up? Gerard Farrer high in towards the goals, and Gerard Farrer puts it over the bar. From Kevin Cooney. 2 minutes into the additional time. There's 4 between them. Kevin Cooney lifts, bends, strike, shot. It's saved. It's gone in the net. It's a goal. A goal for very advantageous for himself. This would put his side 2 points to the front again. This would be 10 points for Gerard Farrer. It is 10 points for Gerard Farrer. Ball in towards the edge of the square. They'll go up for it. Who's going to come away with it? Sarsfields have it. This is Kevin Cooney bearing down on goal. Is he fouled on the 20-metre line? He is. It's a free on the 20-metre line. It's shades of a couple of years ago when Kevin Cooney scored.